Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super size laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
With Ryan Howard, Naz Hillman, and Bree Jones. They're wearing their red uniforms, Atlanta across the chest, and white numbers underneath as well. And now the ball is tipped, and we are underway as the ball goes out of bounds opposite of us over towards the TV broadcast table. This game is on ESPN2, and it was out off of Atlanta. So the Fever have it first going left to right. 3,800 on their feet here. Inside the Gateway Center, Kelsey Mitchell has it between the rings, guarded by Howard, gets by her, feeds inside, Tosh Howard passes right corner, AB wants 3, it's too strong, and a defensive rebound for the Dream. It's Gray, outlet, right wing, Canada drops it off in the paint for Jones, bucket and a foul. And the Atlanta fans are in a frenzy. Their team has the first 2 points, 24 seconds in.
Oh yeah, that was a great transition push from Gray as she got that ball on the opposite baseline, take a few dribbles to half court, pass it up ahead, and an extra pass from Jordan Canada to Bree for that extra. We've got to be able to get back on defense.
By the way, the officiating crew tonight led by Isaac Barnett, working with Tiara Cruz and Kevin Fahey, while Ashley Gloss is the 4th alternate. Free throw good. So the Fever have it down 3-0. Mitchell driving right. Shovel pass Howard, right wing. Gets into the black paint with the left hand. Misses to the right. Defensive rebound. Jones for the Dream. Up ahead, Canada. Foot on the gas pedal. Weaves towards the right elbow. Now reload on the left wing near her team's bench. Ryan Howard navigates to the foul line. Has room. Fires and hits. 5-0 Dream. 55 seconds in.
We got to play with no fear here. As again, still a lot of time to play, but we do also have to get organized on defense.
Cole, right arc, floats a pass, right elbow. Howard pitches it off Sims, right wing, 10 on the shot clock. Odyssey drives, passes, left wing. Boston puts it on the floor, back to the basket, doubled, dishes. Sims catch and shoot 3. Yes. The Fever are on the board. It's 5-3, a minute 20 plus in.
This is a hard environment. You know that there's a very small percentage cheering for you. It's all about what you can do in that locker room.
That's rowdy here. Ryan Howard underneath the basket travels. Yeah, this building has the feel of the fans right on top of you.
Literally. I feel like they're on top of me.
Well, there's 13 rows of seats behind us. And they wrap all the way around like a horseshoe.
Yeah.
Fever are going left to right as Sims has it. Left perimeter. Penetrates to the foul line. Passes left wing. Lexi catch and shoot. Misses wide right. Defensive rebound for the Dream. Ryan Howard. Outlet right sideline. Jordan Canada. Floats a pass left wing. Bree Jones. Back to the basket. Guarded by Boston. Chest pass Gray. With Holt facing her. Gray driving baseline. Fadeaway falls. 7-3. Fever down. 2 minutes in. Quickly after the make, the Fever on the right side. Pull up top, pick and roll. Boston puts it in. Lexi with a dime. And it's 7-5. 7:45 to go, quarter 1.
Sometimes you just got to make the game simple. Pick and roll, see what the defense does, make the right read.
Jones down low, rim right now, wraps around the basket and scores from the left side. 9-5, Fever trail. Left to right. Sims, hesitation up top, whips it. Howard in stride, lays it in. Right side of the basket. 9-7 with 7:20 to go in the opening quarter here in this game 3. And Atlanta turns it over. Gray sloppy on the handle and the right alley. It goes out underneath.
The slight change in the defense as we've seen Kelsey Mitchell starting off on Alicia Gray. Now she's guarding Ryan Howard on the defensive end, so she can slow her down.
Sims attacking left. Now resets up top wearing bright pink shoes. Cross courts it. Holt on the right wing halfway through the shot clock. Lexi backing down Gray. Rise and fire. It's short but a foul. With 7:04 to go in the opening stanza. Holt going to the line with a chance to tie it.
It's a good attack there. Being patient. Odyssey Sims running the point right now. She missed the mouse in the house. It could have got Aaliyah Boston down low on the block with Ryan Howard on her, but she was patient. able to get something good out of it.
Love that mouse in the house situation.
Oh, yeah.
You got a taller player guarded by a shorter one. And Hull connects on the first free throw. Shot 72% from the line in the regular season. How about the three she had to cap the third quarter run on Tuesday?
I would pay a lot of money to go back to that moment of experiencing that for the first time as she hits that second free throw.
Yeah, that was amazing. So now the score level at 9, 3 minutes through. Atlanta in red, right to left. Canada at the controls. Downhill, scoop shot, good off glass. 11-9, Fever with the ball, trailing by 2. Sims pushing. Sims underneath, goes up, contact and a foul.
Awkward fall there. I'm telling you, every time a Fever player hits the ground, I get goosebumps. See her, she's back up on her feet though.
So Sims catches her breath, and now the 33-year-old will step behind the white stripe to shoot 2. As that foul went on the forward, Naz Hillman, who had the help D. The lefty puts the first in. Again, this being a smaller building, there's no big video screens hanging over center court. They have 2 video screens in the corners. Right now, with the message of noise on the board, and the fans chant ATL here in Atlanta. The second, though, a swish for Sims, and the score knotted at 11. 6:40 to go, first quarter.
Can't be mad at this crowd. The W has just grown astronomically over the couple of years, so to see this is amazing.
Yeah, so they added in seats behind the basket on the left side where Atlanta attacked. Gray driving. Sims poked it away, out of bounds on the baseline. It'll stay with the Dream with 6:29 to go in this first quarter. 9 on the shot clock. And a substitution in the backcourt for Smesco's squad as the starting point guard Canada comes out. She's replaced by the rookie out of South Carolina, Tahina Paopao, who was their leading scorer Tuesday with 11 off the bench, most of that in garbage time. Ryan Howard, step back 3 right wing, misses off the heel to the left, rebound Tosh Howard. Up ahead, Sims, crossover left to right, gets into the paint, layup, good! Odyssey Sims in her bag, and the Fever have their first lead. It's 13-11 with 6:10 to go in the first.
And she struggled the other nights, and so to see her early points on the board is good.
Howard, left elbow, Jay. Off the right side, Tosh Howard, the rebound, got pushed, no call. She fell to the floor, passes it to Boston. Aaliyah playing point forward, going coast to coast, muscling through 2 defenders, no whistle, and she left it short. Rebound, Dream. 5:50 to go, first quarter. Fever ahead 13-11, and Indiana called for a foul off ball. It goes against Boston. It's her first. So now both Boston and Howard for Indiana with 1 foul as Brittany Griner comes in off the bench for Atlanta, replacing Bree Jones down low. Griner, the tallest player in this series at 6'9", the 34-year-old. Ryan Howard inbounding near her team's bench. Rifles it in to Paopao, who had a step on hole and makes a reverse layup going baseline, left to right. Locked at 13, and Mitchell surges to the left elbow, pulls, misses to the left. Rebound, Dream. Gray navigates across the A logo at midcourt, fires it inside to Hillman, to Griner right post, cross courts it to Howard, shot fake, drive, has an open seam, and finger rolls it in. 15-13, Fever trailing, 5:20 to go, first quarter. Now Ryan Howard picking Sims up at midcourt, trying to be disruptive. Sims slings it to Boston, arc left. Aaliyah gets it to a cutting Mitchell, who misses the layup but was fouled, and will have a couple free throws with 5:09 to go in quarter 1.
Well, that shot, just the possession before from Mitchell, I like the shot. That was her first shot. She was trying to get her feet wet with that shot, see if she can get a rhythm, but it was a bit too quick there. In this possession here, she was able to let the game come to her with a beautiful pass back door. Nice for the two-point play, but we'll take the free throw.
Mitchell, the Fever's MVP, and this injury-riddled season, swishes the first, as Brianna Turner is the first off the bench for Steph tonight, replacing Boston. 1 more free throw for Mitchell, who shot 78% at the line in the regular season. Leading scorer in this series, and she cans the second also. And the score tied at 15, almost midway through the first quarter. Next whistle will bring a media timeout. Pow, not shy. Lets it fly right wing. Misses to the left. And a defensive rebound for the Fever. Sims, the point guard, across the timeline. Arc right. Gets to the foul line. Passes. Right block. Powers banks it in. Tosh for two. And it's 17-15 Fever with 4:43 to go in the first. Pow, perimeter right, bounce pass, right block, Reiner, turnaround, baby hook, no! Rebound, Howard for the Fever. Tosh wearing a white headband, eyes up down the floor. Try to hand it off to Sims, it's not there. Calling for help. Tosh pivots, gets it to Kelsey. Right wing, Kelsey, driving to the foul line, and the paint, lays it in! 19-15 Fever, 4:20 to go in the first.
I love the pace, they're controlling the tempo, but still being patient.
Pow driving left, banks it in. And a rookie coming up big early for Atlanta. The Fever pushing the pace after the make. Pull at the foul line. Pow reaching in. Ball rolls out of bounds, and it'll go to Atlanta when we come back. It's our first break in the action with 4:01 to go in quarter number one, and it's the Fever up by 2, 19-17. You're listening to Indiana Fever playoff basketball, game 3 in this best-of-3 series in round 1 on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with it. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
This is Jeff Wheeler, business manager of IBEW Local 481. We power the moments that matter most and provide the tech that makes it all possible. From the schools where your kids learn and the healthcare facilities that care for your loved ones, to the excitement of every big game, IBEW Local 41 is at the heart of it all. Whether it's game day or every day, our union members ensure everything runs smoothly. IBEW Local 41, proudly powering your community.
I'm Lynn Dunn, Senior Advisor to the Indiana Fever. I've seen the power of women who lead, at home, on the court, and in life. If you think your child may be showing signs of autism, trust your gut. Early detection matters. Don't wait, don't wonder. Visit daymar.org today. You'll find answers, support, and a team that walks beside you. Every child deserves a chance, and the right assist can change everything.
This is Kelsey Mitchell, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
A spot in the WNBA semifinals on the line tonight. The Fever on the road against the Dream in the Atlanta area. And Indiana's leading 19-17 with 4:01 to go in the opening quarter. Kelsey's got 4 points so far, while Odyssey Sims is leading all scorers with 7. The Fever shooting 6 of 11 from the floor. Had not committed a turnover until just before this media timeout. And meanwhile, Atlanta 8 for 12 from the field and only 2 turnovers.
Oh, yeah. I want to chime in. 6 for 6 from the free throw stripe was just fantastic. They were 100% from there just a couple days ago. They can continue that strike and that focus. I like where our heads are at.
With a raucous crowd here inside this 3,800-seat venue. It's Dream ball after the stoppage. Pressure in the backcourt from the Fever as the inbound goes front court left to Pow, who scores with the right hand. And the rookie has a half dozen to lead her team so far. Tied at 19, 3:48 to go. First quarter is now Pow picks up Sims near midcourt. Odyssey orchestrating the offense. Give and go with Turner. Has it left wing. Cross-court pass right side. Cole tees it up. Too strong. Defensive rebound for the 5'9" Pow.
Listen, she came ready to play. She's aggressive. She's fearless right now. Pow Pow's looking really good.
No question is now Sims reaching in on Gray. Almost had a steal instead. Pass right corner. Hillman for three. Misses to the left. Gray offensive rebound and sticks it in left side. 21-19 Fever trailing. Mitchell beats everyone down the floor. Lefty shot from the right side. Good off the backboard. An equalizer. It's 21 apiece. 3:05 left. Opening quarter.
Great transition basketball right there.
Now Sims reaches in and steals it from Ryan Howard at the foul line. In transition, has her shot blocked as she crashes down towards the basket. The Dream have it. In transition, right to left. Gray, floater, falls. 23-21, the Fever get it down by 2 with 2:42 to go in the first quarter. Mitchell dribbling with her right hand, taps her chest with her left hand to signal a play. It goes to Hull in the black paint. She's pressured, passes out up high. Toshauer, dribble handoff. Mitchell at the foul line. There's a foul call. It's on the floor. And it's against Atlanta. It's on Gray. As far as the foul situation goes for Atlanta, Naz Hillman is playing with 2, and now that is the second on Gray. You do get 6 in the WNBA as a reminder, just like the NBA, even though the games are 40 minutes like in college where it's 5.
True.
Aerial Powers in off the bench, sideline out of bounds near the Fever bench, passes it in. Mitchell for 3. Got it! Kelsey connecting from the right wing, a go-ahead triple. It's 24-23, 2:15 to go first quarter. Pow Pow attacking in the paint again. Not this time. Misses wide left. Rebound, Michaela Timpson, who's in off the bench for Indiana. Mitchell crossover left to right. Right Boulevard drive. Draws a foul. Shot was short, but 2 more free throws coming for Kelsey, who is in attack mode.
Man, that 3 ball, the hands were down. You're guarding Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell has the ball. Your hands better be up or she's going to punish you every single time.
KYP, know your personnel. Mitchell not only led the W in made threes this season, she's the first and only player in W history to have 3 seasons with at least 100 trays. Wow. And she splashes in the first free throw. Mitchell in her 8th year out of Ohio State. And the Cincy native now ranks 8th in WNBA history for made threes.
I think the best thing about Kelsey Mitchell is her game never peaks. Every single year it's getting better and better. I think if I were to ask her who is her player to watch, if she thinks that second line, I think she tries to resemble her game in the sense of what Steph Curry does. The way he moves without the ball, he goes off a ton of screens, he's able to shoot from anywhere.
Kelsey's cooking, makes the second free throw as well, pushes the lead to 3 as Hillman gets open, rim right, and lays it in. Nice assist from Ryan Howard. 26-25, Fever the lead and the ball. Jay Petty in off the pine, playing point for Sims as Mitchell cuts off ball, gets it high right wing, crossing over left to right, gets by Canada. Now a long 2, top of the key, short. KK, offensive rebound. Timpson goes up with it, can't finish, gets another offensive rebound, pivots with the left hand, misses. Boston battling for the board, and instead it's Atlanta that saves it underneath.
There's that baseline down there.
Ryan Howard pulls a 3 left side, misses off to the right. Rebound Boston. Aaliyah passes in the backcourt to Petty, who spins by Canada. Petty wearing bright yellow shoes, dishes between the rings. Powers goes left around a Boston screen, takes a long 2. It's good! AP bringing the energy off the bench. Aerial Powers makes it 28-25 Fever. Final minute, first quarter. Bree Jones post moves against Boston. Right-handed shot, no good. Boston saves the rebound on the baseline as she gets it to Petty with a white headband on. Steph White with her left arm motioning. Come on, let's go. Petty on the dribble. Between the rings. Passes to Boston, who's fouled from behind by Jones. She gives a curious look to the official, Kevin Fahey, who nods his head and says, yeah, you were draped on her too much there.
I wish I could read lips. I mean, she's arguing a case of who had first position, which, again, that's what it all comes down to, especially in the big girl game. But, her arms were a little bit too active there, I think.
And that's the 5th foul of the quarter on Atlanta, so it's 2 free throws for Aaliyah Boston on the right side of the first one. No good. Left it short. Fans here tonight got rally towels. They also, behind the baskets, got the white thunder sticks. Bringing them back and forth as Turner for the Fever goes to the scorer's table, and she subs in now for the rookie Timpson. 37 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Jones was just called for her second foul, so they have a trio of starters with 2 fouls. And Boston's second perfect.
Take one.
29-25 Fever, 35 seconds to go here in a high-level first quarter. Canada, right arc. Probes to the elbow, fakes, and then goes up with it and scores left of the hoop. Pretty move by Canada. As now Isaac Barnett, the crew chief, stops play here to reset the clock. It had rolled under 24. Now they make it exactly 24. So in any case, the shot clock is off. Fever can get the final shot of the period, up 29-27. Ball in the hands of Kelsey Mitchell, who crosses the logo at midcourt. Off the bench, Maya Caldwell, former Fever player, marking her. Near midcourt, right side, Mitchell. Now she starts to go downhill, passes left wing, Powers, pulls the three, halfway down, but out. Boston, offensive rebound, put back, no. Defensive rebound, Atlanta. Canada heaves, and it's off to the right, off the AT&T logo on the backcourt. So that does it for the first quarter in Atlanta. The Fever have the lead, 29-27. It's a decisive Game 3 in this best-of-3 Round 1 series, and you're listening to Indiana Fever playoff basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Better Water starts with a free water analysis from C&J Water, proud partner of the Indiana Fever. From hard water solutions to pure, great-tasting drinking water, C&J Water is committed to helping you enjoy better water in every glass, load of laundry, and shower. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com and discover how much better your water can be. C&J Water, local, trusted, and the choice of the Indiana Fever.
Fever fans, get ready to bring the heat. It's game day and Chicken Salad Chick is here to fuel your fandom. With 12 fresh, made-from-scratch chicken salad flavors, pimento cheese, and egg salad, we've got the perfect meal for every fan. Dine in with us, grab a meal to go, or order ahead for pickup. With 7 local restaurants, deliciousness is always within reach. Chicken Salad Chick is a proud sponsor of the Indiana Fever. Visit chickensaladchick.com to order now.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
The Indiana Fever trust Ortho Indy as their official orthopedic provider, and so can you. From game-time injuries to everyday mishaps, Ortho Indy Urgent Care is your fast, affordable alternative to the ER. Walk in, skip the wait, and see an orthopedic expert. No appointment needed. Injuries happen. Ortho Indy is ready. Find a location near you at orthoindy.com. Ortho Indy, trusted by the pros. Here for you.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. Choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more at the grand opening of the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com.
Cover me! This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Fever.
WIBC HD2, W298BB, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
This is Odyssey Sims, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Sims, a floor general in the first quarter, 7 points, 3 assists, and a rebound as the Fever lead 29-27. Back and forth action. Dream at one point led 5-0. Then the Fever responded, went up as many as 4. Score was tied 6 times. There were 5 lead changes. Fever shot 42% from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 9 of 10 at the line. The advantage there, because the Dream shot the ball better from the floor, 61%, but 0 for 4 from behind the arc, and just 1 free throw, which they made.
Yeah, I think if we're talking about how close to perfect of a start can we get, of course it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty close. I love the intensity that we came out with. Being down 5-0 with this kind of crowd after you isn't an easy feeling. And they were able to overcome that, come together, see where they can fix their mistakes, and they were able to pull that together. So this is about as cracked up and exciting as an elimination game can be, but not good for my nerves. So let's go Fever.
Winner of this series plays the winner of Las Vegas and Seattle. They have a game 3 at 9:30 tonight in Nevada. But yeah, the Fever won Tuesday big in spite of 19 turnovers, only 1 giveaway through the first 10 minutes.
Wow.
Dream ball to begin quarter 2. Jordan Canada puts on the Jets driving right, draws a foul.
One thing about Jordan Canada, I'm going to say it, she is the fastest guard in the league, especially in this playoff. She just knows how to get downhill and maneuver her body. She's not very tall, so she has to use her quickness or athleticism, especially after being coached and behind somebody like a Sue Bird for most of her career.
Yeah, got a couple of rings with Seattle as their backup point guard. Sinks the first free throw. 5'6", 30-year-old in her 8th year out of UCLA, her hometown school. Regular season, 76% at the line, was top 5 in the W in assists. Second free throw, in and out for an offensive rebound for Bree Jones. Reset, Gray, left wing 3, misses to the right, loose ball. It was corralled by Naz Hillman, but she was standing on the baseline, and so that gives it to the Fever for the first time in the second quarter, with Shea Teddy playing point and favor Odyssey Sims, who's off ball. Kelsey Mitchell gets a breather. Timpson, Boston, and Powers out there. Teddy passing to Boston. The ball deflected out towards a videographer. Baseline out of bounds play. Petty will trigger it in. 14 on the shot clock. Fever leading 29-28. Petty into Sims. Back to Petty. In the paint. Shovel pass. KK lays it in left side. 31-28 Fever. 9:25 to go till halftime.
That was a great underneath the basket play. We've seen Odyssey Sims, Lefty Hole shoot that shot time and time again, but a little switcheroo.
Renee Montgomery, a former WNBA star, now part of the ownership group for Atlanta, dancing on the sideline as Powers rejects Hillman. Big time block. Now it's the Fever in white. Transition left to right. Petty, right wing. Goes left or out of Boston screen. Seeks help. Snaps it left wing. Powers. Ariel going downhill at the left elbow now. Slows it down. Petty launches left wing. Hits the backboard right side. Defensive rebound Atlanta. Fever on defense. Up by 3. Gray, an all-star. Drives to the right elbow. Back to the basket. Passes right wing. Canada whips it inside. Jones misses the bunny. Defensive rebound for the Fever. Sims, foot on the gas. Driving right. Gets to her strong left side. Can't finish. Offensive rebound. Simpson. Reset. Petty, right wing. Shot fake. Now she attacks. Driving. Scoop shot. Can't finish either. Defensive rebound Atlanta. Lid on the rim. Gray going right to left. Lays it off to Jones. Strong finish for 2 and a foul. Aaliyah Boston twirls her right index finger in the direction of Stephanie White, who then looks back over her left shoulder at head video coordinator Adam Helmer, considering whether or not to challenge, as Steph wears a blue leather jacket, white pants, arms crossed, eyeglasses on, and this time she will not challenge. So Jones shooting one on the left side. Misses. Defensive rebound, Boston. 31-30 Fever. 8:14 to go, second quarter. Powers, left perimeter. Triple threat guarded by Ryan Howard. Pick and pop with Tosh Howard. Tosh, toes on the arc. Driving left. Leaner. Yes! Tosh for 2. 2 minutes in to quarter 2. 33-30 Indiana. Hillman, top of the key. Launches a 3. Ties the game. 33 all with 7:50 to go in the second quarter. Hillman had one career three ahead of this season. Now a threat from there. Sims driving baseline left to right into black paint. Corner kick. Howard shot fake. Has a smaller defender on her in Canada. Hands it off Powers. Attacking left. Ball stripped away. Canada outlet up ahead to Ryan Howard, who lays it in. No, she doesn't. She missed. But Gray has the offensive rebound and scores. Timeout, Stephanie White. Fever got beat down the floor there. For what it's worth, Gray got away with pushing off on Shea Penny, who was the lone defender in pursuit there. And now, as Steph calls timeout, Wolves step aside with 7:26 to go in the second quarter. Fever trailing by 2, 35-33. You're listening to Indiana Fever playoff basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey fans, Sophie Cunningham here. If you have private student loan debt and are behind or even in default, you gotta call my friends at YRefi. YRefi refinances private student loans that others won't touch, and they provide you with a custom loan payment based on your ability to pay. And YRefi does not care what your credit score is. Just give them a call at 888-YRefi-34. That's 888-YRefi-34. Or go to YRefi.com. That's YREFY.com.
Parents notice when something feels off. A look, a sound, a movement, a silence. Parents don't need all the answers, just the courage to ask the right questions. If a child may be showing signs of autism, early detection matters. Daymar is here to help with answers, support, and a team ready to help. Visit daymar.org today. Every child deserves a chance, and sometimes the most powerful move is to ask for help.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
This is Natasha Howard, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Natasha could be an X factor in this game. During the regular season, when she scored at least 15 points, the Fever were 11-3. When she scored less than 15, they were 8 games below 500. Well, so far, she's got 6 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. But the Fever down by 2, 35-33 with 7:26 to go in the second quarter.
Got to stay aggressive and from top to bottom, no matter what, that fearless attitude comes from and starts on the defensive end, which trickles into the offense. So, got to stay intense.
After the Steph White timeout, Fever ball left to right in White. Aaliyah Boston between the rings, passes Odyssey Sims, left elbow. Jay rattles down. Tie game again, 35 up with 7:10 to go till half.
That's not the Dream better find a way to communicate loud. Those screens are no fun from Aaliyah Boston.
Canada, left lane drive. Finger rolls it in off the window. Under 7 to go, second quarter. Fever down 37-35. Mitchell passes right corner. Sims near the bench. To Howard, back to Sims, eyeing the rim, going baseline, whips it inside. Howard, a little shimmy, guarded by Hillman. Bounce pass up top. Lexi fakes, now fires from the left elbow and drills it. Tied again, 37-37, 6:33 to go, quarter 2. Canada, left elbow, guarded by Hull. Spin cycle and scores. Wow. 39-37 Atlanta.
Jordan Canada is going to work. She has a look in her eye that is straight business.
She's got 9 to lead the Dream as Sims can't match it, missing on the left side. There is contact. Fever Bench wanted a whistle, no call. It missed off the backboard. Canada now left wing, pumps on a 3, has Howard on her, floats a pass, left post, Jones, one-on-one against Boston, playing with 2 fouls. Dish, left corner, Canada, shot fake, driving baseline, reverse layup. Too much sauce on that one. Rebound, Boston. This Sims in the backcourt, across the timeline. Sims, hesitation, has a seam, lefty layup, no. Defensive rebound, Gray for Atlanta. And the Red Unis going right to left. Crossover at the foul line, Leaner, back rim, no. Gets her miss, and scores. 41-37, little 4-0 flurry for the Dream here in Atlanta. Boston facilitating the offense. Right wing passes, Mitchell near the right corner. Has space now, lets it fly. Good! Kelsey Mitchell continues her phenomenal play in 2025, and the Fever are within 1. It's 41-40. About midway through the second quarter, Ryan Howard put on the gas, right lane drive, scores. She's dribbled by several defenders. Now Boston front courts it to Mitchell, left sideline, gets the screen. Kelsey going downhill, passes, Tosh shoots a 3 up high, misses long to the left. Aaliyah, great hustle, saves it. Now Kelsey gets it, passes right corner. Odyssey tees it up. Short, loose ball. Lexi hustling, but Ryan Howard has it for the Dream. 3-on-2 for Atlanta. Canada, no look pass Hillman. Mid-post right, guarded by Boston. Good transition D by the Fever. It's Gray between the rings. Sims reaches in. Mitchell has a steal, but a foul. Odyssey thought it was clean, but instead she's called for a reach-in foul with 4:27 to go in the second quarter, and the Fever trailing 43-40.
What a sequence there. They were just bodies on the floor to made shots, to great defensive coverages. It's some high-level basketball, folks.
This is what we probably expected the first couple of games. In the regular season, Atlanta's offense statistically ranking second best in the league, and the Fever just after them third. But both teams struggled offensively over the first couple of games. As Pow's back in at point, passes in the middle of the paint. Turner, shot over Brianna Turner. No, great D by Breezy. Defensive rebound, Tosh Howard. Up ahead, Kelsey Mitchell. Pull, transition triple, in and out. Loose offensive rebound, Turner. Hands it off to Mitchell. Step back, over Griner a 3. Misses wide left. Rebound, Pow. The 5'9" rookie out of South Carolina, accelerating towards the left corner. Turner on her. That means Tosh Howard trying to guard Griner, who just elbowed her. It goes uncalled. Griner gets it left post, scores, and a foul. With 3:47 to go in the second quarter, Fever now down 45-40, and unfortunately, the officials who have a very hard job, they missed one and then called another. Griner to get open at 6'9", might have been inadvertent, but she knocked Howard in the face.
Yeah, it was almost like she was trying to reach to see and to feel where Howard was behind her. Again, nothing maliciously, but got popped.
Griner, the 34-year-old in her 12th year out of Baylor, puts in the free throws. She shot 77% at the line in the regular season. So 46-40. This is the largest lead so far for either side. Brianna Turner, top of the key. Hands it off. Mitchell. Rise and fire. Scores over Griner. Are you kidding me? Kelsey Mitchell is her. She's got 17 to lead all scorers. That's her third tray, and she made that one over the 6'9" shot blocking legends. It's going to work. Griner second in W history in swats. Hillman has it right arc, 5 in the shot clock. Passes left wing. Great. Griner just shoves Howard to the ground. It goes uncalled. Ball winds up out of bounds underneath. It'll go to the Fever with 3:07 left in the second quarter. Indiana down 46-43. And now the crew chief, Isaac Barnett, just reversed his own decision and says it's Atlanta ball with nearly 1 on the shot clock.
When you hit that point, like you always say, the tenth of a second in this sense.
Difference between the NBA and the W here, as this is not an NBA venue. The scoreboard does not have tenths of a second on the shot clock. Ryan Howard tosses it into Canada, gets a shot off, misses, but loose ball corralled by Mitchell. Reiner was in position to snatch an O-board, but now under 3 to go, second quarter. Mitchell, a little shake, driving right, trying to pass it to Petty. It gets there just by Pow. Petty penetrates, passes at the foul line hole, left elbow, and there's a foul call. Atlanta getting very physical on defense.
Yeah.
Foul called, pauses play with 2:48 till halftime, and there's a media timeout. What a game so far here. What else would you expect? Decisive Game 3, Indiana at Atlanta. Spot in the W, semis on the line. Fever down 46-43, 2:48 till half. You're listening to Fever Playoff Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
This is Jeff Wheeler, business manager of IBEW Local 41. We power the moments that matter most and provide the tech that makes it all possible. From the schools where your kids learn and the healthcare facilities that care for your loved ones to the excitement of every big game, IBEW Local 41 is at the heart of it all. Whether it's game day or every day, our union members ensure everything runs smoothly. IBEW Local 41, proudly powering your community.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with IT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
The Indiana Fever trust Ortho Indy as their official orthopedic provider, and so can you. From game time injuries to everyday mishaps, Ortho Indy Urgent Care is your fast, affordable alternative to the ER. Walk in, skip the wait, and see an orthopedic expert. No appointment needed. Injuries happen. Ortho Indy is ready. Find a location near you at orthoindy.com. Ortho Indy, trusted by the pros. Here for you.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Hey everyone, it's Jake from Payless Liquors. Charlie said sell it, so stop by one of our 26 family-owned locations and stock up with these great deals. Crown Royal Fists for $24.99, Canadian Club half gallons for $14.99, Benchmark liters for $14.49, and Fireball trick-or-treat bags for $12.99. Get Yellowtail 1.5 liters for $10.99, Ron Rico half gallons for $10.99, Miller High Life 12 packs for $9.99, and Vibe Wine cocktails for just $3.29. Why pay more when you can pay less here at Payless Liquors?
This is Caitlin Clark, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Caitlin able to play in only 13 of 44 regular season games for the Fever, ruled out for the remainder of the year. So steady presence on the Ortho Indy injury report. Even so, Fever here in a decisive Game 3 at Atlanta, down by 3, under 3 to go, second quarter. Indiana ball after the timeout. And White on the right side. Mitchell has it between the rings, 3 on the shot clock. Kelsey, bounce pass in the paint. Howard, leaner, back rim, no. Defensive rebound, ripped down by Hillman for the Dream. Canada jets across midcourt, crossing over right to left. Petty pokes it away from behind, stolen by Mitchell, but her outlet deflected by Ryan Howard. The Dream get it back. Canada, right wing, slows it down. Pow, pops right corner, misses wide left. And a foul on Atlanta as Petty had position for the board, and Ryan Howard went over the back. First foul on Howard, second against Atlanta in the quarter. By the way, it's interesting. Fever shot 10 free throws in the first quarter, have not attempted a free throw in the second. Dream had not been called for a foul for the first 7 minutes of this period.
That's tough, and the physicality has been there through and through, so Got to adjust to see how the refs are calling the game.
Petty at point. Fever down 3. Petty open, lets it fly. Misses to the left. Turner, an offensive rebound at the left elbow. Hands it off Mitchell. Mitchell gets around Griner, and she's fouled. Will shoot 2.
You called it. You called it. Haven't gone to the free throw line all quarter, and what happens? Going to the free throw line.
That was key for the Fever in the first quarter as they led by 2 at the end of 1. Down 46-43 with a 1:53 till the half.
And let me say this too. Free throws would not have happened without Breezy Turner. Her hustle, her grit, her defense, her running the floor. She's doing all the things right as she comes out and has a break. In the sense of, it might not be, actually she's going to stay in. Howard's coming out. But she does all the things right that are not on the scouting report or on the stat sheet. And they should have an award for that at the end of the year because those are important when you need them.
Glue player, right? And exactly. She's been especially good against Griner, and you wonder if it helps that they used to be teammates together in Phoenix. Mitchell makes both free throws, leading all scorers with 19. So yeah, Turner not intimidated by Griner like maybe some naturally would be given her size. Griner's out though. Bree Jones back in. Canada snakes around a screen and lays it in right side. Jordan Canada averaging 11 points per game on the year, already at that in the first half. Mitchell, killer crossover, left to right, step back in the corner, a brick, long rebound for Canada, but a foul on the Dream with 1:31 till halftime. It's a foul on Ryan Howard, so she joins the club with 2 personals. She becomes the 4th Dream starter with 2. For the Fever, it's only Aaliyah Boston with 2.
That was tough because the way that long rebound was, it was closer to half court than it was our baseline, so that could have been an easy transition.
And so Lexi Hull gets awarded 2 free throws and her first in and out. 48-45, Fever behind with 91 seconds to go in the half. Hard-nosed Hull bends and extends, and it's a switch. 48-46, a minute and a half to go. And the Dream appeared to have turned it over as they threw it towards the far sideline, and they did turn it over. Yep. Correctly called by the crew chief, Isaac Barnett, after Tiara Cruz missed it. Well, now there's some confusion because... Well, what is going on here? We got a timeout call by Steph White to challenge, but I thought that they reversed the call in real time. Trying to get a clarification here with exactly 1:30 on the second quarter clock. It was a simple inbound after the made free throw towards the far sideline. Turner was pressuring the inbounds pass, so apparently Tiara Cruz thought it was deflected, but I thought it went off of the fingertips of Canada last.
Yeah, same.
As we get some TV time here on ESPN2, and they'll show a replay now. So it's paused. Now we get a look at it. Turner with her left hand reached for it. I don't know if she touched it, and then Canada seemed to just whiff on catching it.
Yeah.
And it went towards a fan in the front row.
I can't tell if it's is the ball changing in direction. The frame by frame is tough to see with a better angle.
I suppose Isaac Barnett, when he pointed in the direction of the basket where the Fever are attacking, I guess that was because he was signaling that the timeout was being called by Indiana. Yeah. As a reminder, coaches get 1 challenge. If they're successful, they retain a second challenge. But if you'll lose the first one, you're done for the game.
Yeah, like on Sunday's game, Coach Steph White, even though she got 2 successful challenges, she did lose both of them.
Right, and successful on 2 in the first half, which was a point of consternation that she had to use 2 challenges before halftime, and then went 0 for 1 on Tuesday. Getting another angle here on the replay. Did it go off of Canada last?
I think it did.
Yes.
I would say the left hand. So
we've got Monitor Madness in mid-September as the Fever trail the Dream 48-46 in Game 3 of this best-of-3 series. And credit the officials for their diligence here, their hard work.
Yeah.
The officials are right in front of us at the scorer's table. Isaac Barnett, the crew chief, absolutely dripping sweat as if he just had a bottle of water poured on him.
Yeah, because they're working hard. You know, we give them such a hard time. Not only us, but the coaches, the fans.
Hey, don't put it on us. Put it on everyone else.
My bad.
There have been several fines around Indianapolis this year.
Okay, enough fines, but they are working hard, and again, they are dripping sweat as they're running just as much as the women are.
90 seconds to go, second quarter. Meanwhile, a dance party has broken out here at Gateway Center Arena. The three officials huddle up. About to reach a verdict.
Yeah.
Fever down 48-46. Indiana only shooting 37% from the field, but Kelsey Mitchell is 5 for 10, putting the team on her back per usual. 19 points. Otherwise, so far for the Fever, Odyssey Sims with 9. Leah Boston's been quiet, 3 points, though she does have 7 rebounds and 4 assists. So quiet from a scoring perspective, but contributing in a major way in other facets.
After review, the following challenge has been deemed unsuccessful.
Well, you can hear in the background there, they say that it's an unsuccessful challenge by the Fever, who now are without a challenge for the final 21 minutes, 30 seconds. And for what it's worth, First Take, disagree.
Yeah, same. I think they missed that one. That's going to be tough.
It seems pretty obvious when we get the slow down view of it going off of Canada's fingertips.
It even goes back, it bends backwards.
So the Dream have it, leading by 2 right to left. Canada running the show, right wing, guarded by Sims, passes right perimeter, Howard jabs, takes a long 2, front rim, no, ball tapped around, offensive rebound for the Dream. Jones, 3 up top, circle this situation right here. The Dream gifted a possession and then get an offensive rebound on top of it. They push the lead to 5. Boston, right elbow, hands it off to Sims. Sims on the bounce, a foul called against the Dream. It goes against Alicia Gray. It's her 3rd. With 54 seconds left in the quarter, Fever in the bonus. And Boston will be the shooter.
That was tough. That's huge. Gray, who is arguably one of their best players.
Leading scorer, 18 a game.
You know, she already has 10. She's got 8, 4. With 3 fouls. Like, that's a good sign for the Fever in the sense that we can attack her when she gets back in the second half. And then also, how aggressive is she going to be in the second half?
Well, especially because for as impressive a player as she is, she had bad body language when things were going south for them on Tuesday. It doesn't look too pleased right now. Boston missed the first to the left, misses the second to the right. So an 0 for 2 right there while the Fever trail by 5. This is crucial. Howard, 3, hands it from the left wing. Fever got to close out the half better here over the final 43 seconds. All of a sudden, down by 8. Mitchell between the rings, marked by Caldwell, former teammate. Mitchell at the red, white, and blue logo, the capital A. Going left, passes left wing. Oh, big 3. Yes! Needed that. Lexi from downtown with 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's 54-49. Fans for a moment sat down. Now they rise again here in this city that was rebuilt after the Civil War. 10 on the shot clock, a 2-second difference. Canada, little fake left, going right. Turner trying to contain. Layup good for Canada with 6 seconds to go in the half. Sims, right sideline, downhill, driving, reverse layup, air ball, rebound Atlanta. And at halftime, the Dream are ahead of the Fever, 56-49.
Yeah, that was tough. Again, there's so much emphasis on making sure you close out the quarters. The simple fact being, you're on the road and you want that momentum going in. So we've got to figure out how we can go those first couple minutes of this third period, see if we can get that momentum back.
This game completely unrelated to the first two of the series. Consider this. Atlanta scored a grand total of 60 points a couple nights ago. They got 56 in the first half. Here tonight, shooting 55% from the field.
Yeah, we got to definitely come back out on the defensive intensity, see if we can force them into some shots. That Ryan Howard three was huge because they got a 2-for-1 situation. 5 points off of that going into the halftime. So got to come back, focused, and ready to go. It's not over.
It is not, and the Fever so resilient all season long. The prize for the winner tonight, a trip to the semifinals starting on Sunday against either Las Vegas or Seattle. Coming up at the half, highlights, stats, and more. It's a big one tonight down in Atlanta. Fever, some work to do, trailing 56-49. Halftime coverage after this. You're listening to Fever Playoff Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Need a winning play for your halftime hunger? Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. We make every recipe from scratch daily with the freshest ingredients because you deserve nothing less than delicious. Enjoy 12 varieties of chicken salad, pimento cheese, and egg salad at any of our 7 local restaurants. Chicken Salad Chick is a proud sponsor of the Indiana Fever. Learn more at chickensaladchick.com.
Better Water starts with a free water analysis from C&J Water, proud partner of the Indiana Fever. From hard water solutions to pure, great-tasting drinking water, C&J Water is committed to helping you enjoy better water in every glass, load of laundry, and shower. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com and discover how much better your water can be. C&J Water, local, trusted, and the choice of the Indiana Fever.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
I'm Lynn Dunn, Senior Advisor to the Indiana Fever. I've seen the power of women who lead at home, on the court, and in life. If you think your child may be showing signs of autism, trust your gut. Early detection matters. Don't wait, don't wonder. Visit daymar.org today. You'll find answers, support, and a team that walks beside you. Every child deserves a chance, and the right assist can change everything.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
This is Leah Boston, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Boston in the first half, 3 points, 7 rebounds, including a couple on the offensive glass, and a team leading 4 assists. Yet the Fever down 56-49 here at the half in College Park, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, in this winner-take-all round 1, game 3. Fever got out to a 4-point lead in the first quarter. They were up by 2 at the end of 1, but outscored 29-20 in the second quarter. Bria, what would you say changed?
Man, I honestly, I got to give a lot of credit to the Atlanta Dream as they were doing a great job attacking the basket. I love the way that they're able to get 2 feet into the paint and then also have their heads up. So we've got to do a better job closing it in, making it harder for them to penetrate, create for others or for themselves. And then on the offensive side, I like what we were doing on offense. I know we didn't shoot as many free throws, but Kelsey Mitchell doing Kelsey Mitchell things. I think we were distributing the ball really well. If we can come back out, have that momentum in this environment, that will greatly help us. But it really just kind of starts with, can we slow them down on defense? Because 56 points, it's a lot.
Yeah. Not that the Fever defense was amazing all season long, but one of their best defensive performances was Game 2 on Tuesday night in that 77-60 win. So down 56-49 here at the half. Let's take a listen back to highlights from the first 20 minutes. Odyssey drives, passes, left wing. Boston puts it on the floor, back to the basket. Doubled, dishes. Sims, catch and shoot 3. Yes! The Fever are on the board. It's 5-3. Sims, crossover left to right, gets into the paint. Layup, good! Odyssey Sims in her bag, and the Fever have their first lead. Right wing, Kelsey driving to the foul line, and the paint lays it in. Aerial Powers in off the bench, sideline out of bounds near the Fever bench, passes it in. Mitchell for 3. Got it! Aaliyah passes in the backcourt to Petty, who spins by Canada. Petty wearing bright yellow shoes, dishes between the rings. Powers goes left around a Boston screen, takes a long 2. It's good! That does it for the first quarter in Atlanta. The Fever have the lead, 29-27. After the Steph White timeout, Fever ball left to right in White. Aaliyah Boston between the rings, passes Odyssey Sims, left elbow. Jay rattles down. Boston facilitating the offense. Right wing passes, Mitchell near the right corner, has space now, lets it fly. Good! Brianna Turner, top of the key, hands it off, Mitchell, rise and fire, scores over Griner. Are you kidding me? Kelsey Mitchell is her. Mitchell at the red, white, and blue logo, the capital A, going left, passes left wing, hole, big 3, yes! And at halftime, the Dream are ahead of the Fever, 56-49. There you have it. At the half here inside Gateway Center Arena. Season on the brink for the Fever. When we come back, Bria will give us the keys to a second half rally. Indiana down by 7 here at the intermission. You're listening to Fever Playoff Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Hey fans, Sophie Cunningham here. If you have private student loan debt and are behind or even in default, you got to call my friends at YRefi. YRefi refinances private student loans that others won't touch, and they provide you with a custom loan payment based on your ability to pay. And YRefi does not care what your credit score is. Just give them a call at 888-YRefi-34. That's 888-YRefi-34. Or go to YRefi.com. That's YREFY.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Hosting a watch party? Score big with catering from Chicken Salad Chick. From tailgates to team celebrations, we bring fresh, flavorful chicken salad inside straight to your event. With 12 crave-worthy flavors, there's something for every fan. Order your game day spread at chickcatering.com. Proud sponsor of the Indiana Fever.
The Indiana Fever trust Ortho Indy as their official orthopedic provider, and so can you. From game time injuries to everyday mishaps, Ortho Indy Urgent Care is your fast, affordable alternative to the ER. Walk in, skip the wait, and see an orthopedic expert. No appointment needed. Injuries happen. Ortho Indy is ready. Find a location near you at orthoindy.com. Ortho Indy, trusted by the pros. here for you.
This is Jeff Wheeler, business manager of IBEW Local 481. We power the moments that matter most and provide the tech that makes it all possible. From the schools where your kids learn and the healthcare facilities that care for your loved ones to the excitement of every big game, IBEW Local 41 is at the heart of it all. Whether it's game day or every day, our union members ensure everything runs smoothly. IBEW Local 41, proudly powering your community.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
This is Lexi Hull, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Lexi with 8 points and an assist in the first half. Fever down in Atlanta, 56-49. Back with Bria Goss, John Nolan, while John Kramer is our engineer here. Eddie Garrison, our studio producer, back in Indy. Kelsey Mitchell, who set a franchise record for points per game in the regular season, 20 a contest, nearly there in the first 20 minutes tonight. 19 points on 5 of 10 shooting, including 3 for 4 from 3, 6 for 6 at the line. Odyssey Sims with 9, Natasha Howard with 6, Aaliyah Boston with 3. Off the bench, Michaela Timpson with 2. Same for Ariel Powers, while Brianna Turner and Faye Petty also played but did not score. Boston leading the squad with 7 rebounds and a leading assister also with 4. On the other side, Jordan Canada, point guard, really elevating her game tonight for Atlanta. 13 points and a game best 5 assists. Also 10 apiece for Brianna Jones and Alicia Gray. Ryan Howard with 9. Naz Hillman with 5. Sagina Powpow provided a spark off the bench with 6. Brittany Griner with 3. Maya Caldwell, their 8th player in the rotation, did not score. All right, Bria, what's key to a comeback here in the second half?
Outside of making shots? No. I'll say, again, slowing down their offense. They're getting too much 2 feet into the paint. If we can keep them out, see if we can get their bigs, pressure their bigs, and put some pressure on Alicia Gray when we have the ball. I think that'll do it.
Sounds like a plan. When we come back, third quarter, Indiana at Atlanta. Fever down 56-49. Game 3. A decisive game 3 in this best of 3 round 1 series, with the winner getting either Las Vegas or Seattle. You're listening to Indiana Fever playoff basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Parents notice when something feels off. A look, a sound, a movement, a silence. Parents don't need all the answers, just the courage to ask the right questions. If a child may be showing signs of autism, early detection matters. Daymar is here to help with answers, support, and a team ready to help. Visit daymar.org today. Every child deserves a chance, and sometimes the most powerful move is to ask for help.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with it. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Hey fans, Sophie Cunningham here. If you have private student loan debt and are behind or even in default, you got to call my friends at Y Refi. Y-Refi refinances private student loans that others won't touch, and they provide you with a custom loan payment based on your ability to pay. And Y-Refi does not care what your credit score is. Just give them a call at 888-Y-REFI-34. That's 888-Y-REFI-34. Or go to yrefi.com. That's YREFY.com.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
This is Kelsey Mitchell, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
56-49, Fever down as Indiana in a heroin white uniform steps out on the court for the third quarter. It'll be Atlanta ball to begin in red. Fever have the starting five out there as Canada, the point guard for the Dream, handles across midcourt, angling left, floats a pass. Ryan Howard, marked by Hull, swings it into the right corner. Hillman zips it on the right sideline to Howard. Shot clock down to 5. Hillman, right block, shoots and is fouled as Natasha Howard from behind was contesting, but the foul goes on Lexi Hull from the side. So 22 seconds into the second half, and Naz Hillman is shooting 2 free throws on the right end. .83% foul shooter in the regular season. Can't hit it off the right side of the rim. Atlanta 3 for 6 at the line so far. Fever 12 for 16. The second, good. So the Fever have the ball going right to left. Down by 8. Biggest deficit tonight here on the road. Odyssey Sims, left wing, guarded by Canada. Dishes left corner, Natasha Howard hands it off back to Sims, going left baseline. Skip pass up top, Hull. Lexi driving right, corner kick. Sims, shot fake, shot clock down to 3. Sims, floater doesn't go. Short, rebound Atlanta. Need a stop here if you're the Fever. Gray probes to the foul line, passes. Ryan Howard, right wing. Naz Hillman, bounce pass, right block. Bree Jones, the all-star. Sends it up top, Hillman. 8 on the shot clock. Alicia Gray gets it, guarded by Lexi, who strips it away. Stolen by Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey to the foul line. Passes to Tosh Howard, who bobbles it, gets it near the Dream bench. Reload. Sims sends it left corner. Tosh Howard, a shot fake, a drive, and she scores off the backboard. A Tosh takeover, and it's 57-51 with 8:35 to go, third quarter.
They're passing up some open shots right now. I don't know what we talked about in the locker room, but we've got to be able to come back out.
As Alexi gets called for a blocking foul against Canada on the right baseline, so that's 2 fouls against Hull in the first 91 seconds of the second half. Good news is he hadn't been called for any fouls in the first half. Now it's Hull, Howard, and Boston for the Fever with 2 apiece. For the Dream, Gray has 3. Sideline out of bounds near the Indiana bench. Gray has it at the foul line. Bounce pass Canada. Tees up a left wing 3. Off to the right. And Lexi lets it go out of bounds towards the Fever bench where Caitlin stands and claps along with Sophie Cunningham and Chloe Bibby and the rest of the MASH team, as Steph White has dubbed them. Caitlin, a black Fever t-shirt, black jeans, and black Air Force Ones. Mitchell pops right wing. Air ball. Wide left, caught by Alicia Gray. Outlet, Hillman, right baseline, circles out towards the Indiana bench. Chest pass, Gray, guarded by Sims, halfway through the shot clock. Fever down by 6. Gray pulls at the foul line, off to the left, and Hull skies in for the rebound. Kick ahead, left sideline, Sims, guarded by Gray. Sims crossing over right to left, contact, no call. Sims, baseline, shot fake, off balance, scores, and 1! one. Odyssey Sims, what a take. That was tough, and the Fever won't quit. Within 4 with 7:37 to go in the third.
I mean, just staying patient. She had the ball for the majority of that possession. Felt like she was getting fouled. Gray, who already is in foul trouble, was still playing really good, tough defense and was able to get that follow through. So when Newcastle Mitchell needed help, they didn't know it was going to come from O.
Who then bricks the free throw off the back of the iron. Defensive rebound, Atlanta. Canada hurries it down the court. Mitchell containing. Canada winds up on the floor. Ball loose near the left elbow and stolen by the Fever. In transition, Sims bounce pass. Howard, rim left, banks it in. Timeout Atlanta. The Fever fight back. It's a 2-point game. 57-55 with 7:19 to go in the third quarter. Don't tell the Fever the odds. Break in the action. Again, 7:19 left in the third. Fever down 57-55. You're listening to Fever Playoff Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Fever fans, get ready to bring the heat. It's game day and Chicken Salad Chick is here to fuel your fandom. With 12 fresh made-from-scratch chicken salad flavors, pimento cheese, and egg salad, we've got the perfect meal for every fan. Dine in with us, grab a meal to go, or order ahead for pickup. With 7 local restaurants, deliciousness is always within reach. Chicken Salad Chick is a proud sponsor of the Indiana Fever. Visit chickensaladchick.com to order now.
Better Water starts with a free water analysis from C&J Water, proud partner of the Indiana Fever. From hard water solutions to pure, great-tasting drinking water, C&J Water is committed to helping you enjoy better water in every glass, load of laundry, and shower. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com and discover how much better your water can be. C&J Water, local, trusted, and the choice of the Indiana Fever.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
This is Jeff Wheeler, business manager of IBEW Local 481. We power the moments that matter most and provide the tech that makes it all possible. From the schools where your kids learn and the healthcare facilities that care for your loved ones to the excitement of every big game, IBEW Local 41 is at the heart of it all. Whether it's game day or every day, our union members ensure everything runs smoothly. IBEW Local 41, proudly powering your community.
Did you know up to 50% of outdoor water use is wasted? And did you know that there are things you can do to help change that? Indiana American Water suggests that you water early or late in the day to reduce evaporation. Also, be sure to fix any leaks and skip watering when rain is in the forecast. Consider rain barrels, mulch your garden, and use drip irrigation for your plants. Be water wise. Conserve today, sustain tomorrow. Find more conservation tips at Indiana American Water's Wise Water Use Resources at indianaamwater.com.
This is Natasha Howard, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
The 34-year-old vet who grew up in Toledo in double figures with 10 points, also has 4 boards, a couple of assists too. And the Fever within 2, 57-55. They've begun the third quarter on a 6-1 run, so 7:19 left in the third, and it's green ball after Carl Smesko's timeout. The muscular first-year head coach looks like he can bench press a lot, but a friendly guy wearing a sky blue quarter zip, arms crossed, looking stoically as Canada dribbles near the logo, passes right wing, Ryan Howard 3, in and out, rebound, ripped down by Odyssey Sims. She won a 50-50 ball, slings it right wing, Mitchell wraps around a Sims screen, pick and pop, tees it up, lets it fly, airballs it. Howard, offensive rebound, but saved it to no one in particular near the baseline, and Atlanta gets it. Alicia Gray wearing athletic glasses between the rings to Canada left side. Quick ball movement. Howard, right wing, open for three. Missed it, and she was open because there was an offensive foul on the Dream. It's on Bree Jones, and it's her third. 6:37 left in the third. Fever ball, a chance to tie or take the lead. It's 57-55.
Well, you knew this game was going to be physical. And the Dream coach does not like that. It was a quick pass and just a little bit too much on the closeout.
Jones colliding with Tosh Howard. Sims, mother of a kindergartner, running the offense, passes left elbow, Boston. Boston now driving right, leans into Jones and scores. Bow, bow, bow. Tied at 57. Fever had been down by 8. They have erased that. Now Jones wants to respond. One-on-one against Boston. Passes left wing. Hillman for three. Swish. As she lets out a big celebratory yell, getting down the court on defense. Fever trailing 60-57. 6 minutes to go, third quarter.
And she was definitely the equalizer in that Sunday's game. She just was able to do what she wanted on that side.
Boston gets triple team, ball knocked away. Sims has it to Mitchell, left wing, rise and fire. Back rim, gets her own miss near the Dream bench. And then away from the ball, it's getting physical between Boston and Jones as Jones lines up on the floor. Remember, Jones proved to be a major league flopper on Tuesday night. And the officials indicate that they will be coming over in our direction towards the monitor with 5:44 to go in the penultimate quarter. Someone's season ends tonight, and someone's season moves on to the semifinals against Vegas or Seattle. On the court, it's a foul on Jones. The problem here is that after the foul was called, Boston did have a little bit of an extra something for Jones. We got to look at a replay, Bria. And the case was that Jones was really hooking herself onto Boston, so Aaliyah in that case is basically just doing a get off me.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it this whole week in these last 3 games. This was bound to happen in some way, shape, or form. For the simple fact being, there's just too many hands, too many bodies, too much power being swayed one way or the other. And when you establish your position, they're going to call that on. They've been calling it on both sides, and Jones got caught with it. Aaliyah got fed up with it, honestly.
Don't forget, Aaliyah Boston, nearly 23 years old. It's her third year, but already a 3-time All-Star. Against Jones, who's 29 in her 9th year out of Maryland.
Like, she's leaning over her back. Like, what are you doing?
Now, one thing here is that regardless of whether or not they wind up assessing a flagrant, or actually it would be a technical because the whistle was blown. Flagrants can only be called in live ball situations. So the question is whether or not the crew, I guess, wants to give a technical to Boston for different officials than Game 2. Remember, there were a couple of situations we thought maybe something would be upgraded from a common foul to a flagrant, and the officials opted not to. The Montreux playoff basketball. But in this case, regardless, Jones now has 4 fouls.
Yep. Yep. So that's how I thought that Boston as well. Boston only has 2. I'm all right with that one. She has to take one for the team. But I tell you one thing. Plays like this, they get you riled up. You're going to see the refs try to get more of a control to the game and get them involved a little bit more. But yeah, Leah Boston flat out said, get off of it.
There was one play specifically on Tuesday night when they were going down the floor right to left and around the top of the 3-point line. There was a little bit of contact between the two of them, but it was nothing really out of the norm. And Jones pathetically just flopped and did wind up drawing the foul in that situation.
Yeah.
As now Isaac Barnett is communicating to the scorer's table the situation. Maybe double technicals here. How about that? Maybe they could cancel out. We'll see what he says. Right now, he's talking to just the TV audience on ESPN2. PA announcer speaking.
We're going to call for 4 seconds.
There are a good number of Fever fans here. Also a good number of Fever fans at the Corona Bar Network watch party at District Tap downtown, right near Cambridge Fieldhouse. Freddy's there, the Inferno crew's there, but obviously the Dream fans here in their building are louder in situations like that.
Yeah.
So the technical on Boston, and they'll put Ryan Howard to the line on the right side. There as the fans scream ATL. And the technical free throw, no good. What do you say, Bria?
The ball don't lie.
Preach. 5:44 to go in the third. Fever trailing 60-57. And this decisive game 3. So because of the foul on Jones, it's Fever ball. Hull inbounding near the Dream bench. Gray hopping up in front of her. Hull gets it into Sims. Tosses it to Boston. Perimeter left. Jones still in the game with 4 fouls. Boston running the offense. Right post. Double. Passes out. Lexi for 3 right wing. Off to the left. Hillman gets the rebound, and she gets away with knocking Tosh Howard in the face. Canada hurries ahead. So Hillman up top for 3. Short. Loose ball underneath. And it's Jones and Boston wrestling for it. Jones lines up with it. Passes to Howard. To Gray in the left corner. And she hits a 3. 63-57. It's a couple of threes here in the last minute or so. Boston answers right post. An assist up top from Tosh Howard. High-low game at 63-59, more than midway through the third quarter.
And they knew in this environment that they had to come together. That's exactly what they're showing right now.
Canada, right wing, guarded by Hull. Playing catch with Hillman. Gray cuts, gets it, and scores right in the basket. The All-Star Gray's got a double-double in this game. 15 points and 10 rebounds. 65-59. Sims, left lane, pick and roll. Tosh Howard couldn't catch it. Ball out of bounds, a turnover. Fever have done such a good job taking care of the ball tonight. That's the reason why they're in this game. Only shooting 40%. But that is only their 3rd turnover, which is pretty fantastic. Atlanta's turned it over 7 times. With the crowd following the instructions on the digital screens. Let's go Dream, they say. 4:20 to play, third quarter. Dream with it on the right side, up by 6. Hillman on the left wing, passing for Gray. She drops it, stolen by Sims. Lefty layup, blocked by Gray. Hull then follows it up and scores, but a foul was called on the layup attempt for Sims against Gray, her 4th. The officials are going to go to the monitor again because Sims got fouled hard there. She's still on the ground, and they're going to see whether or not that should be upgraded from a common foul to a flagrant one as Fever assistant athletic trainer Maria Whitty hustles off the bench to attend to the point guard who was signed to a hardship contract because of all the injuries the Fever have faced this year, and head athletic trainer Todd Champlin is looking over as well.
Well, that was not a very smart play by Gray, who's already in foul trouble. She already has 3. Possibly 4, possibly a tech in this situation. You don't want to see momentum swing one way to the other, but that was just...
I think you could call it a reckless challenge there by Gray. You could make a case that she was going for the ball, but as Sims was in a vulnerable position going up for the lefty layup, Gray just flung herself into her side, and Odyssey seems to have landed awkwardly on her left shoulder.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you got to let that one go, Gray. If that was Howard, yeah, maybe. Howard only has 2 fouls. But Gray, they need you in this game. They need you to keep composed. You're one of the leaders. You can't do anything from the bench. You got to know when to commit the hard foul and when not to.
Well,
it just wasn't. I don't think that was a smart play on Gray's end.
Now, from the Fever side of things, let's go. Well, 2 of their starters now have 4 fouls, but as Sims right now is still part of the huddle, that's good news. She is no longer getting the assistance of the athletic trainers. By the way, this is a good point for us to remind you here with the Fever down 65-59 and 4:09 to go in the third. And it takes guts to win and the same courage to do work that changes lives. So join Daymar and make a difference for kids with autism and the families who love them. Just visit daymar.org today. That's DAMAR.org. And the officials in this case are going to say it remains a common foul. It's not upgraded to a flagrant one.
After review, the following foul on Alicia Gray stands as a common foul.
That one.
Yeah, I mean, again, it is the playoffs, so if things...
It's not, I don't think it was malicious.
Yeah.
I was just more upset at the fact that you just got to be smarter in that sense, Gray. But again, it's a shooting foul. Fever have an opportunity to cut into the lead. Sims, who's not hurt, which is, really good too. But, my dad always told me you can't take the fouls home. But I do got to know when to use them.
Father knows best. Now Sims at the line, converts on the first. 4:09 to go, third quarter. 65-60. By the way, the Fever were 15 for 15 at the line on Tuesday in the win. Started 6 for 6 in this game. Now as the second one splashes through, they're 14 for 19. They have attempted 11 more free throws than the Dream. They're within 4. Dream in the half-court right side. Howard guarded by Hull. Screen from Griner. Howard near the right elbow. Launches a jumper and knocks it down. 67-61. Sims racing right to left. Top of the arc. Gray fell down. Sims fires. Front rim, no. Defensive rebound. Hillman as Hull got knocked down, tied up with Ryan Howard. It's 4-on-4 like hockey. Hillman doesn't have anything doing, so gets it to Ryan Howard. Jabbing, going left on the baseline. Got good off glass. Bodies all over the place. Oh, yeah. These players, the ultimate competitors, leaving it out there. Fever down by 8 again. Mitchell, and one right lane.
Count it.
Off the glass.
High off the glass at that. That's called placement right there.
Kelsey Mitchell is a hooper. And every time it feels like, understandably, maybe there's just too much adversity for the Fever. Here they come again. 3:20 to play, third quarter. One free throw on the left side for Mitchell. As the fans clamor the thunder sticks that are white. Others wave the rally towels. Doesn't bother Mitchell, who buries it. Old-fashioned three-point play. 69-64. 3:16 to go in the third. Canada quickly stuffed by Turner. Breezy says no. Get it out of here. Spikes it out of bounds on the right baseline.
She knows the timing of the ball, and Breezy Turner, who's done a phenomenal job all game on her defense, just continues to capitalize.
Out of our view, not sure where the ball wound up. May have knocked over a fan's beverage and gotten wet. So the official Tiara Cruz goes to the scorer's table for a new orange and white ball. Baseline out of bounds. Griner gets it right post, had position, and banks it in. Mitchell hurrying right to left. Kelsey going baseline underneath the basket. Now still dribbling, open, left wing three, misses. Offensive rebound. Howard with the left hand puts it in.
She caught that with the left and then just went right on with the left.
With a defender on her other side. Howard now has a dozen points. Fever back within 5, 71-66. Canada has he left elbow. Throws it high into the sky and it goes out of bounds. Even the 6'9" Griner couldn't get there.
Speeding them up. Speeding them up. And Jordan Canada, who is a very fast player, if we speed her up, that's exactly what we wanted her to be. Her head was down on that play.
The Fever have had 5 players suffer season-ending injuries. A 6th member of the rotation, Damiris Dantas, out this series due to a concussion suffered in practice last week. Delana Bonner bailed early in the season, and here they go. Mitchell passes left wing. Howard, bounce pass, left post, Turner. She's double, passes. Aerial Powers, right block, double. 7 on the shot clock. Fans wanted to travel, don't get it. Bounce pass, inside. Power through contact, got mugged. No call, and the ball went out of bounds. Top of the backboard as Aaliyah Boston now checking into the game. Incredulous along with Stephanie White. who can only laugh at the fact that there was no foul there. 2:15 to go in the third. Fever down 71-66. Dream left to right. Howard passes, Hillman, right arc, quick ball movement up top, side to side. Now it's Howard, top of the key, gets by Hull with a crossover, lets it fly, no, and the rebound yanked down by Turner. Kick ahead, left sideline, Powers. One more up ahead, Hull near the Dream bench. Under 2 to go in the third. Boston posting against Jones, gets it, right block, doubles. Surveys, power dribble, underneath, shot, no, loose ball, Breezy Turner has it, hands it off, Mitchell, Kelsey whips it, left corner, Lexi, 1-3, short. Defensive rebound, Pow, the backup point guard, who has Samoan heritage. Dribbling on the red, white, and blue logo at center court. Under 90 seconds to go in the third. Mitchell, tight defense. Pow, angling right towards the corner on the baseline. Pass, intercepted by Boston. Fever on the break, right to left. Powers, right arc, at the foul line. Launches and knocks it down. 71-68. One possession game. 1:05 to go in the third. Powers now on Pow. Rifles a pass, right wing, Caldwell, the backup guard. Mitchell reaches in, couldn't get it. Lexi winds up on the floor, no call. Pow now has it, eyeing the rim, fires, air ball, out of bounds. Fever get it with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Trailing 71-68. Here in this game that has featured 9 ties, 6 lead changes. Fever were up as many as 4 early, and actually 10 times at this point, 6 lead changes. Fever, though, down as many as 8 in this second half.
Yeah, they're doing a good job rallying together. Adversity after adversity, they're able to have some kind of an answer in this environment.
Catching their breath on this trip down the floor. Mitchell bouncing at midcourt, trying to run a set, and a foul is called as her pass was picked off. It's on Atlanta. Mitchell was trying to go pick and roll with Boston, who got tripped up. It's the 5th foul of the quarter on Atlanta. Fever in the bonus, 2 free throws for AD. Foul calls on Canada.
Tell you what, that was a save right there. There was a swarm of red jerseys in that paint, so even if Leah Boston would have caught that cleanly, that would have been a tough one.
First free throw, yes. 71-69, 32 seconds left in the third. Brianna Turner back in for Natasha Howard. 5 on the floor for Steph White. Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Aerial Powers, Brianna Turner, and Aaliyah Boston, who eyes the rim, takes a deep breath, practices her form with her right arm, puts the ball on the floor, free throw off to the right. Rebound Atlanta. About a 7-8 second difference, shot to game clock. Atlanta up 2 on the right side. Turner disruptive, guarding Canada, the point guard, center circle. Canada angling left, running a play to Jones, top of the key, back to Canada, downhill right, throws it up, good, and a foul on Hull. Considering the battle this game has been, there was not a lot of contact there. That was more a situation of Canada was wildly driving and out of control, flung it up. And now we'll have a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. And Jordan Canada, low-key, maybe the MVP tonight for the Dream.
Man, she's coming up big. That downhill attack is creating for others. She's doing a good job creating for herself. She's had now, I believe, 3 and 1s just in this game. So she's single-handedly taking over in a sense. And it's not like we're giving it to her easy. She's working for it.
15 points, 7 assists. Free throw short, boarded by Hull. Lexi, crossover, gets by Canada at midcourt. Lexi, angling left, passes Powers left corner. Shot fake, now a midi on the baseline. No, just ahead of the third quarter buzzer. And as we go to the fourth quarter in Georgia, Fever within striking distance. It's 73-69. 10 minutes to determine who advances to the WNBA semifinals and who will pack up for the year. You're listening to Indiana Fever playoff basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Hey fans, Sophie Cunningham here. If you have private student loan debt and are behind or even in default, you got to call my friends at YRefi. YRefi refinances private student loans that others won't touch, and they provide you with a custom loan payment based on your ability to pay. And YRefi does not care what your credit score is. Just give them a call at 888-YRefi-34. That's 888-YRefi-34. Or go to YRefi.com. That's YREFY.com.
I'm Lynn Dunn, Senior Advisor to the Indiana Fever. I've seen the power of women who lead at home, on the court, and in life. If you think your child may be showing signs of autism, trust your gut. Early detection matters. Don't wait, don't wonder. Visit daymar.org today. You'll find answers, support, and a team that walks beside you. Every child deserves a chance, and the right assist can change everything.
The Indiana Fever trust OrthoIndy as their official orthopedic provider, and so can you. From game-time injuries to everyday mishaps, OrthoIndy Urgent Care is your fast, affordable alternative to the ER. Walk in, skip the wait, and see an orthopedic expert. No appointment needed. Injuries happen. OrthoIndy is ready. Find a location near you at orthoindy.com. OrthoIndy, trusted by the pros. Here for you.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with IT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
This is Natasha Howard, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
There's a fan here in Atlanta, and a Tosh Howard Rebel Red Fever jersey. He's got his face painted blue, gold, and red. Fever branded cowboy hat on, although it's a little bit hard to see him at the moment because the lights are off here as the fans swag surf here in the cradle of swag surfing that is Atlanta. Rocking back and forth with the flashlights turned on their phones. 10 minutes on the fourth quarter clock. Fever down 73-69 in this decisive round one, game 3. With Priagas, Sean Nolan, John Kramer, our engineer here, Eddie Garrison, our producer back in our Indianapolis studios, as the fans chant ATL. This one has been a battle, Bria.
Yes, from top to bottom, from starting on Sunday. These two teams know how to put on a show. And they're not tucking tails. This last 10 minutes, they need to take it one possession at a time. The Fever, even though we're still down, we outscored the Dream in that last quarter.
Yeah, there were moments where it felt like this one could be slipping away, but they have been able to maintain their composure. And the Fever will have the ball first to start the fourth. In the heroin white uniforms, it's Odyssey Sims out there with Kelsey Mitchell. Passes to her in the left corner, pressured by Canada. Tosses it to Howard, left arc, guarded by Hillman. Handoff to Mitchell, who fouls. 15 seconds into the final quarter. Foul on Canada. Overzealous with the reach. Foul on the floor, sideline out of bounds. So for the Fever, it's the starting five with the exception of Ariel Powers in place of Lexi Hull. Powers, the catalyst, bounces it into Sims between the circles. The longer Ryan Howard on her. Sims angling left, gets a Boston screen, spins into black paint, tough shot, falls through. A biggie for 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. The Fever within a pair, 73-71.
Operates. He knows how to put that ball on the floor and free it for herself.
Right side of the court, foul on the Fever. It's on Powers, who was trying to get around a screen. So a foul apiece here over the first 38 seconds of this last quarter. Sideline out of bounds for the Dream. Right in the neighborhood of where Steph White is. And right now, there's some chirping between Powers and Atlanta's Howard. They're separated. Fiery competitors. You know, Ariel Powers, she brings energy and an edge.
Boy, she does a great job getting her team pumped up.
No backing down. Ryan Howard floats it into Bree Jones. Arc right, handoff, Gray. Fires a three. Misses to the left. And Tosh Howard skies for the Fever rebound. Playing point forward. Rushes it down the court. Chest pass. Mitchell. Gray drapes on her. Kelsey driving baseline. Gets blocked. No call. A clean stuff for Gray. Yep. Passes ahead. Canada racing down the floor. Dishes. Gray, shot fake, right wing, driving, and scores with the left hand on the right side. 75-71, 8:50 to play. Fever right to left.
She's having herself a game as well. Her and Canada are doing a great job playing off of each other.
17 and 10 for her. Mitchell driving dish. Powers finds Howard open. Right wing three. Misses to the left. Rebound Jones. Tosh, only 6 made threes on the year, sub 20%. Canada fouled on the left side as she remains aggressive. $8:30 to play. 2 free throws right side for Jordan Canada.
Yeah, the downhill attack of Jordan Canada. I'm taking some notes on Jordan Canada. I'm going to implement that into my City League game, okay? Because she has a way of just lowering her body, getting so low, hard to recover, going around the defense, and finishing.
City Leaguers right now trembling. Bria MV Bree, reigning champ and MVP on the city circuit. First free throw in and out for Canada. And again, in the regular season, 76% at the line, nearly 100 attempts. Second one, true. 76-71. Fever ball down 5, 8:25 and ticking. Sims shouts out a play. Pull into the game for the Fever. Boston at the foul line. Jumper, yes! Aaliyah, clutch. 76-73, 8:10 to go. Canada quickly down the floor. Left lane to Gray, driving around the rim, scoops it in. Right side, 78-73. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Powers handling between the rings, shovels it off to Sims. Her pink shoes on the midcourt logo. Atlanta across the floor. Bank shot, no for Sims near the right elbow, but a foul, and it appears to be on the Dream. Kevin Fahey with the call. So now in the fourth quarter, that's 2 fouls aside, 7:48 left. Both teams, by the way, 3 timeouts left, plus their restarts. Yep. Or resets, I should say. Here the Atlanta bench, Powers into Sims. She's double, dribbles out of it, top of the key. Moving right, picks up the dribble, skip pass, right corner hole, driving baseline, try to force it inside to Tosh. Doesn't have the hands for that. A steal for the Dream. Howard arc right, Powers reached in. Howard gets by, bounce pass. Hillman left to the basket, misses the bunny. Tosh Howard corrals the rebound, her 7th. Sims. Canada reached in. Sims passes left corner. Lexi snaps it to Boston. Left arc. Back to Lexi into the corner. Sims halfway through the shot clock. Fever ball down by 5. Boston posting. Doubled. Ryan Howard reaches in. Boston scores over her. Looked like Aaliyah got slapped on the arm. Played through it and scored.
Yeah. I mean, I was upset they didn't call the foul, but it ended up 2 points, so I'm not going to say too much about it.
And Boston now has 12 points and 7 boards. Powers pressuring Canada at that capital A logo. Canada, though, blow by and lays it in. There was a parting of the sea. Left lane. 80-75. Fever D leaving something to be desired. Tosh Howard, right elbow, backing down Hillman. Gray reaches in. Howard, determined. Leaner, back rim, no. Loose ball underneath. It'll stay with the Fever with 6:28 remaining. 14 on the Fever shot clock. And Shea Petty comes in to spell a gum-chewing Lexi Holt.
This is not the time to start passing up open shots.
And the Dream bench now is going to tap into their challenge. So a break in the action with 6:28 remaining. Call on the floor, Fever ball. But the assistant video coordinator for Atlanta with a laptop and the second row behind the bench saw something that coaxed Mesko to use his challenge. So again, 6:28 to play. Fever down 80-75. We'll tell you the verdict when we come back. You're listening to Fever Playoff Basketball, Game 3 in the ATL on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
This is Jeff Wheeler, business manager of IBEW Local 481. We power the moments that matter most and provide the tech that makes it all possible. From the schools where your kids learn and the healthcare facilities that care for your loved ones to the excitement of every big game, IBEW Local 41 is at the heart of it all. Whether it's game day or every day, our union members ensure everything runs smoothly. IBEW Local 41, proudly powering your community.
Hosting a watch party? Score big with catering from Chicken Salad Chick. From tailgates to team celebrations, we bring fresh, flavorful chicken salad inside straight to your event. With 12 crave-worthy flavors, there's something for every fan. Order your game day spread at chickcatering.com. Proud sponsor of the Indiana Fever.
Better Water starts with a free water analysis from C&J Water, proud partner of the Indiana Fever. From hard water solutions to pure, great-tasting drinking water, C&J Water is committed to helping you enjoy better water in every glass, load of laundry, and shower. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com and discover how much better your water can be. C&J Water, local, trusted, and the choice of the Indiana Fever.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA Enterprises may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA Enterprises.
This is Sophie Cunningham, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Sophie on the sidelines for the Fever after suffering that season-ending knee injury at Connecticut in August. Wearing a hat tonight that says Blonde Party. There's been a festive atmosphere inside the 3,800-seat Gateway Center Arena near the Atlanta airport. All right, they're crammed in here and waiting for the officials' verdict here on possession. Fever down 80-75, 6:28 to play in this 6 versus 3 series. Call on the court was Fever ball on one that was being tapped around underneath. And they say unsuccessful. So, Bria, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, and during the timeout, we were waiting for the call. I thought they were going to overturn it. I didn't see the motion.
Yeah,
but
well, you know what? They're 2 for 2 in getting these coaches' challenges wrong because we think they got the Fever challenge wrong earlier, and we think they got this one wrong too. So I guess it evens out.
I was going to say humbly. I would agree. I thought that was wrong.
Baseline out of bounds. Petty to Sims. Passes to Boston. Arc right. Puts it on the floor. Dishes right wing. Sims who slips. Passes to Petty who got pushed by Gray, and the whistle comes. That is the 5th foul on Alicia Gray with 6:20 left. Gray has no argument there. She clearly shoved Petty. Fever ball, 6:20 to go, down by 5, 80-75. So now, how does Carl Smesko play this? His all-star guard, his leading scorer, is a foul away from disqualification. On the other side, Steph White making subs. Tosh Howard, Odyssey Sims get rest. So to set the 5 on the floor for the Fever, Kelsey Mitchell back in with Aaliyah Boston, Shea Petty, Ariel Powers, and Brianna Turner.
That's why I said that fourth foul.
Yeah. Ray staying in the game. And Petty inbounds near midcourt to Boston. Dribbling, right wing, handoff Mitchell, guarded by Canada. Mitchell picks it up, passes right corner, Boston. 5 on the shot clock. Boston one-on-one with Jones, who reaches in. Pass right wing, Petty, catch and shoot 3. Good! Just ahead of the shot clock buzzer. And it's a 2-point game with 6 minutes left. 80-78.
That was big, Petty. She's a vet. She knows what it means to play in these environments, so...
Her 18th career playoff game at age 36, 4th oldest player in the league. Ryan Howard, step back 3 over Boston up top, misses to the left, loose in the corner. Hillman taps it, and it's preserved by Boston. Shovels it off to Petty, right sideline. Fever and White, right to left. Petty cross court to Powers. Arc left. Fever can tie or take the lead. Mitchell has it. Left wing guarded by Canada. Sends it. Left corner. Powers pops. Misses the rim. And then a foul on Turner. Pushing off against Gray. Trying to get an offensive rebound. 5:25 remaining. Fever down 80-78.
Man, great court awareness there on that last possession, or 2 possessions ago, by Aaliyah Boston to find a wide open Petty.
Atlanta shooting 53% from the field in the game. The Fever only 40%. Somehow, though, the Fever within 2. On defense, right side. Hillman between the rings. Harassed by Turner. Hands it off Canada. Here she goes again. Left lane. Bank shot. No. Defensive rebound for Indiana. Petty brings it across midcourt. Blows by Howard. Pass intended for Powers' right wing was deflected and stolen. Transition for Atlanta as Petty knocks it out of bounds at midcourt. Dream ball, 18 on the shot clock, 4:51 in the game. And Lexi Holdow coming in for Ariel Powers, who communicates that she was guarding Gray. 80-78. Fever on D, down 2.
Again, this is not the time to tuck tails and be hesitant. Got to be confident in that work that you've already put in. When you get the ball, you know what to do with it.
Hillman bounces it into Canada, dribbling at midcourt. Mitchell reached in, had the steal, but a foul. Oh, looked like a clean steal for Mitchell, but Tiara Cruz calls a foul. That's 4 fouls against the Fever in the fourth. The Dream have been called for 3 fouls in the period. Fever have 3 timeouts left. Dream have 2. Plus the resets. 4:42 to play. Dream ball right side up 80-78. Hillman inbounds to Ryan Howard. A switch. Boston's on her. Howard right baseline. Midi. Left rim. No. Ball out of bounds. Who's it going to? And this time on a 50-50 call, they'll say Atlanta has it.
Okay. That ice. I like the ice screen. It's loud communication between the post and the guard. Got to stay up, pressed up on a shooting Ryan Howard, but that was a good possession.
Baseline out of bounds. Howard tosses it to Canada, feeds in the left post. Jones, loose ball underneath. Fever ball. Tiara Cruz making the call like she was signaling for a Colts first down against the Falcons.
Okay.
4:26 to play as Atlanta wide receiver Darnell Mooney and the crowd here among the 3,800. It's a sellout. Mitchell to Boston at midcourt. Back to Kelsey. Left wing passes left corner to Turner. Back to Mitchell. And an offensive foul on Breezy setting a screen as Gray with the 5 fouls collided into her. 4:15 to go. That's the 5th foul of the quarter on Indiana, but with it coming on the offensive side, not a bonus free throw spot. And Gray slow to get up.
Yeah,
her 4 teammates surround her, now lift her up. Brianna Turner, 6'3", sturdy 29-year-old, good sport. Pats Gray on the back as she tries to limp it off.
She's going to feel that tomorrow.
Question is whether or not she's feeling it during the offseason or she's feeling it before the W semis start on Sunday. Winner of this series advances to play the winner of Vegas and Seattle. They've got their game 3 starting now. Jones in the middle of the black paint. Pivots into Boston, now floats it up top to Hillman, gives it left wing Howard, shot clock at 8. Ryan Howard, deep 3, front rim, no. Boston brings down the rebound. AB's got a double-double tonight, 12 and 11. Petty at midcourt, timeout called by Steph White, who is almost out there and next to her, getting the attention of Tiara Cruz. So a timeout with 3:50 left. Wipe off the sweaty palms, buckle up. Dream 80, Fever 78. It's the final media timeout and the final game of this series that's tied at a game apiece. And you're listening to Fever Playoff Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with IT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
The Indiana Fever trust Ortho Indy as their official orthopedic provider, and so can you. From game time injuries to everyday mishaps, Ortho Indy Urgent Care is your fast, affordable alternative to the ER. Walk in, skip the wait, and see an orthopedic expert. No appointment needed. Injuries happen. Ortho Indy is ready. Find a location near you at orthoindy.com. Ortho Indy, trusted by the pros. Here for you.
Parents notice when something feels off. A look, a sound, a movement, a silence. Parents don't need all the answers, just the courage to ask the right questions. If a child may be showing signs of autism, early detection matters. Daymar is here to help with answers, support, and a team ready to help. Visit daymar.org today. Every child deserves a chance, and sometimes the most powerful move is to ask for help.
Radio 1 is seeking a general sales manager to lead our sales operations in Indianapolis. The ideal candidate will bring a strong track record in sales leadership, team development, and revenue generation across both traditional media and digital platforms. This role requires a bachelor's degree and 2 to 4 years related experience and/or training or equivalent combination. To view the full job listing and apply, go to urban1.com/careers. Applicants are subject to a background check. Radio 1 is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Kelsey Mitchell, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Brianna Turner, top of the key, hands it off. Mitchell, rising fire, scores over Griner. Are you kidding me? Kelsey Mitchell is her. She's got 17 to lead all scorers. That's her third tray, and she made that one over the 6'9" shot blocking legends. Our electric play of the game powered by IBEW Local 481. IBEW Local 481 proudly powering your community. 3:50 left in this decisive Game 3. Fever on the road, down 80-78. After their timeout, it's Indiana ball. With Bria Goss, I'm John Nolan. So glad to have you with us here for a dramatic finish. Cole at midcourt near the scorer's table, triggers it into Shea Petty, who passes left wing, Aaliyah Boston. Fever running a set after the timeout. Handoff Mitchell, guarded by Gray with 5 fouls. Skip pass, left corner, Lexi, shot clock, rolling down to 5. Lexi at the foul line. There's a foul called on Naz Hillman, off ball. She knocked Brianna Turner in the face. It's the 4th foul of the quarter on Atlanta. The screens here in the arena say 4 fouls apiece. So going forward, both teams in the bonus here down the stretch. Each team with 2 timeouts left as well, plus their reset timeout. So now Shea Petty inbounding near the Dream bench, where Carl Smesko, the head coach, stands. Tosses it into Boston, back to Petty. Chest pass left wing, Mitchell jabs left, going right, passes right wing. Petty, shot fake, shot clock at 6. Petty driving, floater, off to the right, tipped in by Turner. Oh my, It's tied at 80 with 3:20 to go. Breezy coming up big late. Canada left arc, guarded by Hall. Would you believe it? It's tied at 80. Fever were down by 8. Hillman, right wing, rise and fire 3, short. Loose ball. Jones has an offensive rebound and lays it in rim right. 82-80. Fever down. Exactly 3 minutes to go. It's Petty playing point. One of the hardship contract signings was waived by L.A. earlier this year to Boston up top. Takes a pass, angling left. Mitchell trying to come to the ball. Contact, no call. Aaliyah passes to Petty. 5 on the shot clock. Petty, desperate at the foul line. Scoop shot with the left hand. Backboard, no. Rebound, Atlanta. Bodies tumble. Running down the floor, left to right. Howard, right side three is good from the left wing. A big triple for the All-Star Ryan Howard, the former #1 pick out of Kentucky. 2:21 to go. Fever have it left side, down by 5, 85-80. Boston, right elbow passes. Mitchell, right wing. Gray on her with the 5 fouls. Mitchell playing catch with Boston. Mitchell, right elbow downhill. Lefty layup, right side is good. Wrapping around Jones. Kelsey Mitchell's a warrior. 2 minutes to go. Fever down 3, 85-82.
It was that rhythm shot from Howard to just Kelsey Mitchell on the other side, just outworking everybody on the court here.
Kelsey a game high 24. Canada, right arc, guarded by Petty. Using clock. Shot clock at 6. Hillman between the rings. Turner guarding. Pass left wing. Gray got a step on Hall. Launches a 3. Air ball, and it's a shot clock violation. Fever ball down by 3 with 1:37 remaining.
They're in a good position. Believe it or not, they're in a very good position. Like I said, Ryan Howard's at 1-2 into it off the transition is huge. But yet, the Fever have found a way to battle, and battling they are.
The underdog Fever with the ball right to left, down 3. Odyssey Sims back into the game for Petty. Sims at point, floats it, right arc, Boston. Mitchell moving away from the ball. Boston veers to the right corner, guarded by Jones who reaches in. Boston backing her down, pivots, left-handed shot, misses to the left, off the backboard, rebound Dream. 1:16 to go. Fever defending, down by 3. Dream in red, left to right. Canada slows the pace. Lobs a pass, left baseline, Jones. Boston guarding. Pass onto the wing, out of bounds, a turnover. Fever get it with 1:05 left. Down 85-82, and a timeout is called.
That was a mistake on Bree Jones because of fatigue. Nothing other than fatigue. You had a cutting Ryan Howard to the corner, and she just passed it a bit too early. And it scores out of bounds. Had she got to the corner, that would have been way too much space between her and our defender. And the way she's feeling right now, that could have been deadly, a night-night situation.
Yeah, Jones, the 6'3", 29-year-old post, has logged 31 minutes. Speaking of playing time for the Dream, Ryan Howard and Naz Hillman, 38 minutes apiece here as we have played 38 minutes and 55 seconds. 1:05 left. Fever have the ball coming out of the timeout called by Steph White. 85-82. 1:05 to go. Fever now down to 1 traditional timeout plus 1 reset timeout. Dream have 2 timeouts. Both teams on the cusp of the bonus. 4 fouls against. And neither team has a coach's challenge left. Fever huddled up around assistant coach Austin Kelly, who grew up here in the Atlanta area. Former Duke wide receiver turned D2 basketball player, the offensive coordinator, drawing something up.
On this play, they don't necessarily need a 3 here. It'd be nice, but they don't need to tuck up a 3. Shoot it in rhythm if you're open, but a good old-fashioned 2, an and 1 situation, maybe putting some stress on the ball here would also be good as well.
Lexi Hull goes over to the scorer's table, rubs some rosin powder on her hands as the Fever break the huddle with Brianna Turner, Odyssey Sims, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull. Final minute, decisive game 3 in Atlanta. Fever ball down by 3. Mitchell around the screen, gets it left wing to Boston left arc. Halfway through the shot clock. Boston squaring up on the rim. Mitchell cutting, can't get it. Skip pass, right wing, Turner. Handoff, Hull. 5 on the shot clock. Hull downhill, right, layup, good. 1 point game, 85-84. Fever within 1. 41 seconds to go. It's about an 18-second difference. Shot to game clock. 3,800 fans on their feet in Atlanta. Canada at the controls for the Dream. Passes, Howard, right wing, open for 3, it's short. Boston the rebound. Fever ball, 25 seconds to go in the game. Sims, front court left. 2-second difference, shot to game clock. Fever have it down 85-84. Not calling a timeout. Steph lets him play. Kelsey, bounce pass, looking for Boston. Deflected. Mitchell gets it to Sims. 5 on the shot clock. Sims finds Boston, who scores with 7.4 to go for the lead. Timeout Atlanta. It's 86-85 Fever. 7.4 to go. And the Fever are on the cusp of advancing to the WNBA semifinals.
One player gets knocked down. There was a bobble of the ball, looking very sus. But who is it? Kelsey Mitchell, who regains and throws Odyssey Sims, who comes up big with the pass through the lane and had a great job with hands. Ooh, don't get much better than that. I don't know if my heart can take it. 7 seconds left. You can't ask for a better finish than this.
Definition of a broken play there as the Fever in front, 86-85. The word unbelievable gets overused these days, but this is rather unbelievable.
Literally.
No Caitlin Clark, no Sophie Cunningham, no Sydney Colson, no Ari McDonald, no Chloe Bidden. This series, no Damiris Dantas, no matter. Fever 86, Dream 85, and this 6 versus 3 series. Fever haven't won a playoff series in a decade. Dream haven't won a playoff series since 2018. Something's got to give.
Yes, it does. Again, backs against the walls, but this is normal territory for the Indiana Fever. They've been here before. They know this territory.
Caitlin and Sydney out on the court, coaching up their teammates for the Fever. It's Sims, Mitchell, Turner, Hull, and Boston. Atlanta advances it to the right side. Howard's the inbounder near the Fever bench. 7.4 to go. Fever up 1. Dream ball. Howard uses a timeout as nothing was open. So with that, still 7.4 to go. Fever 86, Dream 85. Video boards here indicating each team with 1 timeout left. Each team in the bonus.
Oh, yeah. Great switching defense there. Way to talk early. I love that. Ryan Howard, who's a very smart player, made the right call in calling the timeout play, but switching early was key to that. They're just dialed in. They're on a whole different focus right now.
And by the way, the screens here inside are incorrect. The Dream are now out of traditional timeouts while the Fever have 1. Each team still with the reset timeout available. And there are no fouls to give for either side, no challenges for either side either. So, in a wild game here that has featured 11 ties and 7 lead changes, the Fever, who are down by 6 at the half, have trailed throughout this second half until now. Aaliyah Boston with a bucket, rim right, assisted by Odyssey Sims.
That was huge. Huge play. This is about as dramatic as a game can get.
Literally.
And this is only round 1 for both of these teams. So the fight is here.
Sellout crowd on its feet. Same 5 for the Fever. It's one of the officials, Tiara Cruz, goes to the scorer's table, communicating with the alternate 4th official, Ashley Gloss. Ryan Howard again will be the inbounder for the Dream. 7.4 seconds to go. Fever 86, Dream 85. Turner guarding the inbounder. 7.4 to go. Fever 86, Dream 85. Howard's inbound pass stolen by Hull. Passes to Boston in the backcourt. 3 seconds to go. Sims gets it and is fouled. Still time on the clock. It's not over yet. But the Fever are up 86 to 85 with 1.2 left and have a chance to extend the lead at the left side free throw line.
Ooh. 1.2 seconds. There's still a lot of time on the clock. There's going to be some big free throws. I couldn't really see, but I know Lexi Hull was in that. As she just comes up big. Yeah, it was all Lexi Hull in that.
She jumped the passing lane.
And there was a swarm of red jerseys.
Sims, the lefty, first free throw, off to the right. Odyssey with the Fever in the regular season, an 81% shooter. Former All-Star, mother of a kindergartner, was waived by LA earlier this year. Chance to add to the lead. The second one, good. And so the Dream will use their reset timeout. They can't huddle up here, but they can advance the ball into the front court near the Fever bench.
No threes. They're saying it. Switch everything, no threes.
1.2 seconds remaining. Fever 87, Dream 85. Ryan Howard will be the inbounder for Atlanta near the Fever bench. Fever a stop away from the semifinals. Howard into Jones, shot fake, desperate one, no good! Game over, and the Fever are moving on! Final score, 87-85 in Atlanta!
I knew it. I knew they were going to win. I knew they were going to win from the time I woke up this morning. In the most impossible ways, John. They got it done with all the adversity they hit with the injuries, all of the adversity when it came to being here on the road. They got the 6th place. This environment is crazy, and somehow, some way, we're still able to get it done. I am in disbelief, but I knew they were going to win.
7.5-point underdogs on the road. 6 players on the Ortho Indy injury report. Down by 8 in the second half. Trailing the entire second half until the final 7+ seconds. And the Fever have won a playoff series for the first time in a decade. They advance to the semis and will take on the winner of tonight's Las Vegas and Seattle game. The group right now, an emotional celebration near the bench to our right.
Wow. I mean, a total team effort. A total team effort. That's why you never give up. That's why you never give up. That's why as long as there's time on the clock and Kelsey Mitchell on your team, you better believe you got a fighting chance.
87-85 final.
Oh, that was fun and stressful. Let's see if we can get somebody for radio.
Kelsey Mitchell right now joining Angel Gray on the ESPN2 broadcast.
You see January sharing a moment with her girlfriend, or her wife, excuse me, on the court right now. And it's just beautiful. I know there's still so much work to do. There's so much work to do. But this one is huge. Again, with all backs against the wall. That one was big. And you know what, too? It's one of those things where the fans are able to, the fans of the Fever fans that are here were able to make an impact. Thank you guys so much for coming out and showing this team the love that they so much deserve. But my gosh, I haven't seen a lot, but I've seen quite a bit. Oh, wow.
87-85 on the road in Atlanta. We've got Odyssey Sims coming over to join us right now.
Yeah. Oh, man. You know, I shared a time with Toli Bivawaka as a TV analyst, and her and I, so I've been able to learn a lot. I was trying to get her on the radio as well.
Yeah, Toli would be great on the mic right now. She's hugging Odyssey.
Hold it up.
Meg Van Dyck from the public relations staff holding the headset. And we'll hand it off to O here in a second. Hey, O, it's John and Bria with you here on Fever Radio.
Hey!
Congratulations. 87-85, come from behind win here late. Let's start with this. You're down 1, closing seconds on offense. You've got the ball up top. Take us through what happened.
It was a messy, kind of broken play. I guess nobody wanted to shoot. I got the ball. I don't know what Atlanta was doing on defense. I saw AB put her hand up. She had Jordan on her, so I threw it up, and I knew she was going to make it.
Man, let me tell you, I've played this game, but I've never been as stressed as I was watching y'all play. So thank you for getting that win. I was saying that I knew you guys were going to win from the time that I woke up this morning. I'm really big into superstition, and I already knew. Did you guys, being on the road, backs against the wall, adversity is hit in all these kind of ways, how do you guys still are able to rally and get this one done? Being down at half, I mean, I can go on with the thing. So how do y'all get done?
I mean, it's playoffs. Every game we play is going to be hard. Every game we play, from game 1 of this round to the next round, our backs are automatically against the wall. They didn't expect us to get past this first round. They're still doubting us because of the injuries and everybody, what we don't have, but we still got players on the team that are doing great. And I mean, we were composed at halftime. I mean, every quarter, besides the first quarter, we were right there.
Yep.
Down 5, down 7.
Yep.
We never let it slip away. And when we got to the fourth quarter, I told myself, I said, we are going to win this game because we've been right there and we're continuing to be right there. We didn't come this far to lose this game today, and we got the win. I'm so happy.
You better say that.
Amen. Well, you fit so perfectly with this resilient group. I mean, honestly, go back to early August. You're not on a roster. As right now, the Fever fans rallying around Odyssey. She's throwing up the heart symbol with her 2 hands together. I mean, what does this feel like for you after, Ken, you were a free agent in early August?
I mean, I believe everything happens for a reason. I'm here for a reason. I'm happy to be here from game 1 to now. I mean, the biggest thing, yes, we can celebrate this, but this is the beginning. We still got another round. We played a winner out of Seattle and Vegas, I believe. Yep. So, yes, this feels good, but we still got to lock back in so we can focus on the next round, who our next opponent is.
Exactly, and last one for you. You're a former national champion in college back at Baylor. You've accomplished a lot in the W, never a title, though. What is this team still capable of going forward?
I mean, we're capable of anything. We got here, we succeeded. As I said, all the doubters, everybody, they didn't have us winning, but we got out this series. Now we're moving on to the next.
Awesome stuff. We'll let you go celebrate in the locker room now.
Thank you.
Congrats. Odyssey Sims joining us here. She had what proved to be the game-winning assist in an 87-85 final for the Fever. And like we just talked about there with O, they'll tune in now to the Seattle at Las Vegas game just underway to figure out who they're going to play on Sunday. Don't have a time for you yet. We do know that the semifinal starts Sunday. It's 12-11 Vegas, by the way, with 2:50 to go in the first quarter there out in Nevada. Vegas is the 2 seed, so if they win that game, the Fever are on the road at Las Vegas on Sunday. If Seattle pulls off the shocker, then the Fever as the 6th seed against the 8 would be the home team in that best-of-5 series that starts Sunday. And quick little programming note for you. It goes Sunday, Tuesday, then Game 3 Friday. If it goes in a best-of-5 to Game 4, that would be a week from Sunday the 28th, and the potential Game 5 would be Tuesday the 30th. So the Fever guaranteed, though, at least 3 more games in this incredible season.
Yeah, nope, exactly. We have extended. We are here. Playing and winning 2 out of 3, it's difficult. You know, we were able to get one on the road. We have an opportunity to, if Seattle wins, we'll have opportunity to host or to be the higher seed, which puts us in a great position as well. But I got to start off by saying a lot of props to the Atlanta Dream and just how they were able to battle and continue the fight and have the atmosphere that they had. You know, a lot of props to them as they did not give up as well. But boy, were we able to overcome. And fans are sharing a little moment with us. No?
Exactly who you are, then. You know what? We have been to so many games, and I'm so excited to
As we appreciate a loyal listener saying hi to Bria. Well, we've got a little bit more of a post-game to wrap up here and to look ahead at what's coming up for the Fever. Plus, don't forget, Eddie Garrison will have continuing coverage with the W's greatest post-game show. 87-85, the Fever rally and win it on the road in Atlanta.
Yep.
All right, we'll take a timeout, come back. Post-game. Happy recap, 87-85, the Fever moving on. Mid-September madness here, going to the WNBA semifinals. You're listening to victorious Indiana Fever playoff basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $200 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with it. TNCs apply. Available in app only.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
Hey fans, Sophie Cunningham here. If you have private student loan debt and are behind or even in default, you gotta call my friends at YRefi. YRefi refinances private student loans that others won't touch, and they provide you with a custom loan payment based on your ability to pay. And YRefi does not care what your credit score is. Just give them a call at 888-YRefi-34. That's 888-YRefi-34. Or go to yrefy.com. That's YREFY.com.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Fever.
WIBC HD2, W298BB, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
This is Kelsey Mitchell, and you're listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
1.2 seconds remaining. Fever 87, Dream 85. Ryan Howard will be the inbounder for Atlanta near the Fever bench. Fever a stop away from the semifinals. Howard into Jones, shot fake, desperate one, no good! Game over, and the Fever are moving on! Final score, 87-85 in Atlanta! It was a long shot, not sure actually if it was a 2 or a 3, right around the right arc there for Bree Jones. Great defense by the Fever, just for the fact that it was Jones who caught it in that spot. A 26% three-point shooter on this team with a lot of really good shooters. She was definitely not option 1, 2, or 3, I would say.
No, everybody was taking. Honestly, I was a little confused as to why Ryan Howard was the one taking the ball out, as she is one of the best three-point shooters, in the league. Even though you don't technically need a 3, why have her go out? But then you have extraordinary defense before the ball gets in, and then even more extraordinary defense when the ball comes in, and a great job of Leah Boston by not fouling, but still able to, have that extreme pressure. So fantastic through and through.
100%. Hey, an important note right now as the Fever are headed to the WNBA semifinals for the first time in a decade. Last go around for Stephanie White as the head coach. Pre-sale access to tickets starts tomorrow at noon, so stay tuned for a link and access code if you sign up online at feverbasketball.com. Follow along at Indiana Fever on social media so you get that early access. I mean, how awesome was the environment on Tuesday night?
Man, it was addicting. I want to do it again. It was one of those things where sports knows how to bring people together.
Yeah, and boy, do we need that these days.
We need it right now. And, seeing that, no matter, skin color, height, where you come from, sports in Indianapolis, especially with basketball, specifically with basketball, we know how to put on a show, and we show out. So I'm expecting a lot of people there. And again, we're guaranteed yet another home game, which is great. So we need to take advantage of that. But then the opponent, whoever we play, it's going to be a tough environment. That's a tough environment to win. So we got to be able to not close it out, but we got to be able to show out there and take care of business at home.
Yep. And by the way, Seattle with a 19-14 lead at the end of the first quarter in Vegas. So plenty of time there, but the Fever following that one, they'll be playing the winner of that game. And so it's a question of whether or not it's Sunday at Las Vegas or at home against former Fever All-Star Erica Wheeler and Skylar Diggins and all them. So that game's on ESPN2 if you want to follow along as things go here tonight, but make sure to plan accordingly and keep listening here with Eddie Garrison having the W's greatest post-game yet to come as well. And, by the way, if you go online as well, limited stock, but there are Fever playoff T-shirts and hats on sale. So, in case you were maybe a little cautious with the 3-game series in the first round, whether or not it would be worth your investment, it is. This has been such a special season. It has not been a perfect season by any means, and so much adversity along the way, but you want to talk about something to look to for inspiration. This Fever team is women from all different walks of life, and 18 different players used over the course of the season, a franchise record, but they have somehow come together and accomplished so much and overcome so much. And again, like Odyssey said, this team has bigger aspirations. They're not going to, pop bottles here tonight just because they won a first-round series. It's hard to count them out for anything with, again, what they have already persevered through. But that said, regardless of what happens, and frankly, if they lost tonight, this would still apply. It has been just such a special team that deserves all the flowers.
I agree, and I have got to take this time to brag on Brianna Turner. My goodness, a player who was hardly seeing the hardwood at the first half of the season for real, and then her minutes just started growing, and the confidence, and she's one of those players that you would love to have on your team because she does every single thing right in terms of that is off the stat sheet. Of course, she's going to make mistakes, but the things that she can control, which is her energy and her hustle and her fight and her communication with her and being a good teammate, she always gives love to the radio show. So big ups to
We'd be saying good things about her regardless, but that's
that
just
is
over
true.
the top.
That is true. But my goodness, she made a huge difference tonight, through and through. I can't wait to go back and watch this game and zone in on just what she was able to do and provide. But way to go, Breezy. And she deserves to be in this MVP conversation just in this round for me.
Yeah, what a wild game here tonight. You're right. Turner, one of the unsung stars, not just in this game, but over the last month plus of the season for the Fever. But tonight, 11 ties, 7 lead changes. Although that was really mostly in the first half. You thought multiple times in the second half, Atlanta's going to run away with it.
Yep.
But the Fever just kept clawing and scratching and battling back. And it was Odyssey Sims at the top of the arc with a pass to Aaliyah Boston, right post, who put it in. And really fitting for AB here, her first postseason double-double. And one of the most popular players in the WNBA. Almost any other roster around the league probably she would be, the top grossing jersey out there. Of course, you got 22 here on this team, even out injured. But Aaliyah tonight finishing with 14 and 12, 6 assists, 2, and a steal. By the way, Odyssey Sims, 16 points, 8 assists to lead everyone in this game. Fever did a better job. Actually, I should say Jordan Canada did get a double-double for Atlanta. She finished with 18 points, 10 assists.
Yeah,
and
Alicia Gray.
Double-double in terms of scoring and rebounding for her, 19 and 12. And, you touched on it just to reiterate. The Dream, they were a team that no one was really counting on much going into this season, and they doubled their win total from a year ago, went from being 10 games below 500 to finishing with the second-best record in the league. They wound up tied with Las Vegas and lost that tiebreaker, but remarkable season for Carl Smesko and his squad that seems to have a nucleus that will be making some noise in the W for years to come. Of course, quick peek ahead to the offseason. There's going to be a ton of movement around the league. Majority of the league is going to be in this free agent class. And a whole lot to get to. But hey, you know what? We don't need to worry about the offseason and all those moves quite yet because the Fever win tonight 87-85 and will be playing in the WNBA semifinals against either Seattle or Las Vegas. By the way, on the other side of the bracket, the only team that had a 2-game sweep in the first round was Minnesota. The 1 seed was just barely eked by on the road at Golden State last night by a point.
Yep.
And then there's another Game 3 set for tomorrow, New York at Phoenix. So, the W is providing a lot of entertainment here in September. And the finals going into October, right out Seattle and Las Vegas, tied at 19. And Bria, we could probably, again, this could be a marathon post-game show. But there will be a flight to catch to get back to Indy tonight. And we want to make sure Eddie gets to the W's greatest post-game show soon enough as well. So sort of put a bow on things right now. Trying to capture this amazing night for the Fever and an 87-85 dramatic come-from-behind win.
And, and really in my final thoughts, they held them to 12 points in the fourth quarter, excellent defense, and then 29 in totality in the second half. That's how you get it done. They always say, offense wins games, but defense wins championships, so they locked in.
Yep, up and down the roster, and again, glad we have more time to continue to celebrate this team and the semifinals. But just starting at the top of the organization with Lynn Dunn, who's been making trips throughout the season, but now every game so far, and the playoffs on the road, and Kelly Crosskopf, who is the architect of that title team back in 2012, back as the president of the Fever, and working alongside Amber Cox in her first year as the GM, and talk about just pushing all the right buttons, forced and thrust into so many arduous situations with all the injuries and other episodes of adversity for this team. And look at the contributions. Odyssey Sims, game-winning assist. Shea Petty made some big plays late. Hit a 3 in this one.
Yep.
Ariel Powers, of course, and you can't even put a number on the energy and the fire that she's added to this team. 4 points off the bench. Emma Turner, she was an off-season addition. It had the second best plus-minus in this game after only Kelsey Mitchell for the Fever. So, 1 through 10 and then some, 10 active at this point, but really just amazing.
Facts. I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth in the terms of just what this team can do, and it starts from the top. Amber making great decisions on who they were going to get to replace so-and-so after so-and-so went down. And it's just, I think the leadership in that office, they're doing something right. So kudos to you guys as well. I know that they're big listeners and fans of what I work too.
Facts. Well, yep. Congratulations to everyone and throughout the staff. As to summarize, Kelsey Mitchell puts it perfectly. It takes a village, and that includes the Fever fans who helped the team spur and get over the top on Tuesday, so can't wait to see how electric Cambridge Fieldhouse will be for the semifinal. Games yet to come, so we'll look forward to that. Last reminder, go to feverbasketball.com and follow at Indiana Fever on social media, and there you can get information on when tickets will be going on sale tomorrow once the schedule and the opponent is locked in. Well, we will sign off for now. Coming up, Eddie Garrison will have highlights from this game, go through some more numbers, all the good stuff here after this triumphant 87-85 come-from-behind win for the Fever. Big thanks to Eddie as well, serving throughout the season, including tonight as our studio producer back in Indy. Wonderful to get to work with the legendary John Kramer as our engineer here. He's the reason you can hear the ball go off the rim or through the net, and all the great sound effects in the background got us a TV so we could be able to describe the different various officials' challenges and reviews during this game. So thanks to John, who was with us several times during the season, as well as, what a battle between the Fever and the Dream. They split the 4 games in the regular season and then comes down to the wire and the decisive Game 3. All right, I'll stop yapping, as they say. For Bria Goss, this is John Nolan. Most of all, thanking you for listening. One last time, final score in Atlanta. The Fever beat the Dream, and the Dream is still alive for Indiana, the state that brought you the movie Hoosiers, with another wild script here tonight. Fever 87, Dream 85. For everyone else, this is John Nolan saying thanks and so long from Gateway Center Arena in College Park, Georgia.
You've been listening to Indiana Fever Basketball on the Old National Bank Radio Network.
Would you have wanted it any other way for the Indiana Fever? They advance. They stun the Dream 87-85 in Game 3 of the first round of the WNBA playoffs. They move on to the second round where they will take on the winner of the Las Vegas Aces and the Seattle Storm. That game currently in the first quarter, or in the first half, I should say. Second quarter, 6 minutes left. They are tied up at 21 apiece. This team, I don't know. Relentless is the word that they keep using, and I don't even know if relentless is strong enough to describe what we just saw tonight and what we have seen from this Indiana Fever team all season long. Nobody, I don't think, in the history of the WNBA has had to overcome the amount of injuries and off-the-court shenanigans that the Indiana Fever have dealt with this year. You've had DeWanda Bonner's situation. She plays a handful of games, and then she decides she no longer wants to be a part of the team. Stephanie White misses a couple of games early in the season. Caitlin Clark, appears at the start of the year, goes down, comes back, goes down, trying to work her way back, suffers a setback, ultimately gets shut down for the rest of the season. You bring in Ari McDonald, she goes down. Sydney Colson, an offseason acquisition for the Fever, goes down. And this team does not skip a beat. A huge, huge, huge tip of the cap to everyone in the front office for the Indiana Fever and on the coaching staff for being able to adapt as this season has gone along. And huge credit to the players as well for adapting, and to the group of players that were not injured that started this season with the Indiana Fever at welcoming and opening their arms to the new acquisition, the new veterans, the new players that have come in. And just been a seamless transition and a seamless fit. Unbelievable win tonight for the Indiana Fever. Let's go back down to Georgia. That is where Bria Goss joins us. Bria, before we start, I guess talking about the game, any thoughts on what I just said there?
I mean, I think you wrapped it up really well. There's not much more I can say other than that. No, but it was a phenomenal game. Like I said, I can't wait to just watch the film back and relive this as if I'm watching it for the first time.
This reminds me a little bit of the Pacers from this past playoff run, where they get counted out time and time again during the entirety going into the New York series, going into the NBA Finals against Oklahoma City, and they have their backs against the wall due to the Fever. They find a way to answer. And I think it just comes down to, at the end of the day, the sum of the group is better than the collection of the parts. And the sum of this group finds ways to just beat, time and time again, some teams that may have better players, but because of the fact they are one team, they were able to win tonight.
Yeah, no, I mean, it seems like it's almost addicting, what the Pacers were able to do, and it looks like it's rubbed off on the Indiana Fever. This has not been a flawless season by any means, so to see that they're still rallying together and sticking next to each other is huge. But we still have some work to do, but boy, this definitely felt like a Pacers game playoff there. It did.
Right. Your stress level's okay? Are you all right?
I am okay now that the game is on. But as soon as that ball went through the net from AB, it felt really good.
Let's go to that fourth quarter. Indiana holds Atlanta to 12 points. They find ways down late to come up with some stops. They get a fortunate Bounce Atlanta goes after the loose ball. They come up empty. It leaves Leah Boston open. She capitalizes, gives the Fever the win. What was different in that fourth quarter from the Fever defense than the prior three?
Honestly, one, it almost felt like Jordan Canada was going through a layup clinic the way she was able to get through the lane and really kind of contort her body and have a tough finish. So a lot of kudos to her, but they were able to slow that down. They were able to clean up the boards. The points in the paint really came to a ceasefire there, and I think that was huge. We still got out-rebounded by 5, and they were able to score more points in the paint. And somehow, some way, we found a way. So, big kudos to this and to the coaching staff, keeping everybody calm, even to the reserves who couldn't play today from injury. Everybody was in tune to it today and helping them talk on that defensive end.
Stephanie White said it leading up to the series. Stephanie White said it yesterday when she was on this station with Jake Query on Query and Company that the way for Indiana to defeat Atlanta, they were going to have to hold them to under 8 threes. They did that today. 6 of 23, and they were plus 11 at the foul line. Indiana did a terrific job tonight at defending without fouling.
They did. No, they did, and it was a collective effort at that, Again, big ups to Breezy Turner. She was able to do some incredible things off the ball and really give problems to where they were able to rely on her to not only come with the presence of being there, but she wouldn't even let her person get the ball or get the rebound. So many great things. It's just really incredible.
Final thought, Bria.
Yep.
As you've been around this, franchise the last 10-ish years or so in some capacity or form.
Try 20.
That's
Try
true.
20.
I was just trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay?
Oh, as far as working for them, yes.
Yes, yeah. Kelsey Mitchell has been through literally everything for this franchise. She performs she delivers tonight 24 points, but the fact that Odyssey Sims was able to come up big late, the fact that Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, all these players who have not been through all the, the troubles that Kelsey Mitchell has with this franchise, how do you think she is feeling right now in the locker room?
You know what? I will say this because I know Kelsey Mitchell, but she is probably looking at this as, okay, we got that one, now it's on to the next. The job's not done. That was great, but, even her performance, she never just takes a beat and just tries to soak it in, which is why I'm continuously trying to give her flowers on the air and, when I see her, because she refuses to do it. She's the most humble person, and I'm pretty humble, but she's more humble than I am. So I will say this. I'm telling you, her mindset is probably like, that was great. That was fun. Great job, ladies, but we're not done. Oh, that's a rhyme. Wow.
That was a good one.
That was good.
So I got to remember, aren't you the one that said you're the best Goss sister, and then everyone in this, the City League was after you in terms of you were the best, and then you were the best player in the Celebrity All-Star game as well?
The Celebrity All-Star. Oh yeah, it was. John actually came to that one, so that was nice. And he lives all the way up in Fort Wayne, so he stayed behind and was able to watch me ball out. So that was nice.
I was just making sure we're talking about the same Bria Goss here in terms of humble nature. Okay.
I am humble. I am. Okay. I am very humble. Thank you. But I give myself a little bit more grace than what probably Kelsey Mitchell does. And that just speaks to how much grace she gives her.
Yeah, that is true. All right. So you and I will chat after game 1 on Sunday. Yep. Safe travels. Enjoy the celebration with the team on the way back to Indy.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
That's Fever Radio analyst Bria Goss. She joins us after every game. She will do so on Sunday. Time and opponent to be determined, but we do know this. It will be either 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock on Sunday. All that coverage will be on 93 WIBC. Still more to come. I have to identify the Payless Liquors player of the game. We'll play back the highlights of this one because it was a fun one, and Odyssey Sims was the post-game interview. If you missed that, we'll replay that as well. That all still to come on the fans' post-game coverage.
Hey everyone, it's Jake from Payless Liquors. Charlie said sell it, so stop by one of our 26 family-owned locations and stock up with these great deals. Crown Royal Fist for $24.99, Canadian Club half gallons for $14.99, Benchmark liters for $14.49, and Fireball trick-or-treat bags for $12.99. Get Yellowtail 1.5 liters for $10.99, Ron Rico half gallons for $10.99, Miller High Life 12 packs for $9.99, and Vibe Wine cocktails for just $3.29. Why pay more when you can pay less here at Payless Liquors?
Did you know up to 50% of outdoor water use is wasted? And did you know that there are things you can do to help change that? Indiana American Water suggests that you water early or late in the day to reduce evaporation. Also, be sure to fix any leaks and skip watering when rain is in the forecast. Consider rain barrels, mulch your garden, and use drip irrigation for your plants. Be water wise. Conserve today, sustain tomorrow. Find more conservation tips at Indiana American Water's Wise Water Use Resources at indianaamwater.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. Choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more at the grand opening of the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com.
Cover me! Radio 1 is seeking a general sales manager to lead our sales operations in Indianapolis. The ideal candidate will bring a strong track record in sales leadership, team development, and revenue generation across both traditional media and digital platforms. This role requires a bachelor's degree and 2 to 4 years related experience and/or training or equivalent combination. To view the full job listing and apply, go to urban1.com/careers. Applicants are subject to a background check. Radio 1 is an equal opportunity employer.
Indiana Tech gave these grads more than just a degree. It gave them a future.
I earned a master's degree in organizational leadership and the opportunity to serve others.
I earned a degree that helped me get promoted at a great company and become the first college graduate in my family.
I earned an engineering degree that taught me to succeed in technical roles and in life.
I got the chance to work for a professional sports team with a winning experience thanks to flexible online classes.
With personalized support to help you succeed. Over 100 high-quality career-focused certificates and degrees in in-demand fields like business, healthcare, criminal justice, information technology, cybersecurity, and more. Indiana Tech doesn't just give you a degree. It gives you the opportunity of a lifetime. Learn more about what Indiana Tech can do for your future at online.indianatech.edu.
Registration for the next class session ends September 26th.
Oh, man, what a win for the Fever. They keep their season alive, 87-85. As David Bowie would sing here, let's dance, 87-85. The Fever advance over the Atlanta Dream in the first round of the WNBA playoffs. The semifinals will start on Sunday, and that goes from a best-of-3 series to a best-of-5. And it will start at either 3 o'clock for Game 1, 15 minutes prior will be pregame coverage at 2:45, or Game 1 will start at 5 o'clock on Sunday. Pregame coverage will start at 4:45. Either way, it will be on 93 WIBC. Well, let's start from the jump. After the first quarter in the first 2 games, each of them, the Fever had the lead, and they repeated that today. And there was a lot of offense and not a whole lot of defense in the first quarter. The ball was just going up and down the floor. It was just rapid pace. It looked like, the Pacers and whomever in the NBA were just going up and down, up and down. 29-27 was the score after the first quarter. The only player in double figures was Kelsey Mitchell. She had 11. All 5 players that started for both teams did score in the opening 10 minutes. The second 10 minutes, it was a 29-20 advantage for the Atlanta Dream. They outscored Indiana by 9 in the quarter. Fever struggled 33%. They did knock down 3 threes, so they were 4 of 13, just over 25%. Inside the three-point line, Atlanta in the quarter, 52%, 60%, 3 of 5 from downtown. So the fact that Indiana was able to match them in the three-point category was absolutely huge. In the second quarter, they went into halftime trailing 56-49. They kind of get back into it after falling behind by 8 points, and they outscore Atlanta in the third quarter 20-17, and you can kind of see a little bit of fatigue for the Atlanta Dream because going into the fourth quarter, Ryan Howard had sat a total of 38 seconds. Naz Hillman had sat for a total of 10 seconds. So those two players, the forwards for Atlanta, who they rely on heavily defensively, were getting gassed because of all the minutes that they were on the floor. Going into the final quarter was 73-69. Fever trailing Atlanta. Kelsey Mitchell, 22 points going into that final quarter of play. 4 players in double figures for Atlanta. The team's leading scorers were Alicia Gray and Jordan Canada with 15 points each. Alicia Gray had a double-double going into the final quarter with 10 boards. Now, the fourth quarter, it was the first time all year, I feel like, and Stephanie White may be talking about this during her post-game media availability, that this is the first time where the Fever have put together a complete 40-minute game, and she may even rule out that second quarter. But the fact that they were able to respond in the third quarter, they did not do what they have done, struggle with for the majority of the season, and that was allow Atlanta to get back in it or go on a run to close the third. Indiana is able to hang in there in the fourth quarter. There was a chance for the Dream to put this away late. It was 85-80 with 2:30 left. The Fever had just tied it on the prior 2 possessions ago. Atlanta gets a 2 from Brianna Jones on a putback. Shea Petty then misses a layup, and Ryan Howard sticks a 3-pointer, and it's 85-80, 2:30 left. Kelsey Mitchell answers with her only 2 points of the fourth quarter to make it a 3-point game. And then the Fever defense force a shot clock violation with 97 seconds left. Aaliyah Boston misses a look at the rim. The Fever then force another turnover, and they call a timeout. They regroup. Stephanie White calls up a play. Results in Lexi Hull getting to the basket because the Fever were doing what Stephanie White had mentioned throughout the course of this series. You're not going to beat Atlanta on your first or your second pass or your first or your second play. It's going to be that third or that fourth action, and the Fever just have to stick it out and ride it out throughout the entirety of the shot clock, and that's what happened. Lexi Hull scores with 43 seconds left, makes it 85-84, Fever down 1. Ryan Howard takes a ridiculous 3-point shot because she was open, and that's kind of like what she was doing all night. There were a lot of times where Howard was taking shots out of the flow of the offense for the Atlanta Dream, and she was bricking most of them. The Fever get the rebound with Aaliyah Boston. They go back on offense, and the ball gets deflected by Atlanta. Jordan Canada winds up on the floor trying to tap it out. Lexi Hull comes up with it, passes it to Odyssey Sims, and what do you know, Aaliyah Boston was wide open underneath the basket. She puts it in 86-85. The Atlanta Dream have to use their final 2 timeouts, one to advance the basketball, and then they couldn't get it inbounded, so they had to burn their last timeout. And Lexi Hull had her eyes on Ryan Howard, who was inbounding. She comes off of Jordan Canada in the far corner because the pass was coming in front of the Fever bench on the far corner. And she recognizes what was going to happen. Howard was trying to get it in to Brianna Jones. Lexi Hull comes off her defender, steals the inbound, and the Fever were able to burn 3.5 seconds off the clock. Odyssey Sims goes to the line with a chance to put it away. She misses the first, but she made the second. Gives the Indiana Fever an 87-85 advantage. And with 1 2/10 left, all the Fever would have to do is do what they did the entire fourth quarter, is defend without fouling, and they leave Brianna Jones wide open. I wouldn't even say wide open, but they're right there with her, and they force her to take a very, very contested and deep 3-pointer. She misses, and the Fever win 87-85. Let's listen to how it sounded with John and Bria right here on The Fan.
The bench, sideline out of bounds near the Fever bench, passes it in. Mitchell for 3. Got it! Kelsey connecting from the right wing, a go-ahead triple. It's 24-23, 2:15 to go first quarter. Ryan Howard pulls a 3 left side, misses off to the right. Rebound Boston. Aaliyah passes in the backcourt to Petty, who spins by Canada. Petty wearing bright yellow shoes, dishes between the rings. Powers goes left around a Boston screen, takes a long 2. It's good! AP brings bringing the energy off the bench. Aerial Powers makes it 28-25 Fever. Final minute, first quarter. Brianna Turner, top of the key. Hands it off. Mitchell. Rising fires. Scores over Griner. Are you kidding me? Kelsey Mitchell is her. She's got 17 to lead all scorers. That's her third tray, and she made that one over the 6'9" shot blocking legends. Mitchell between the rings, marked by Caldwell, former teammate. Mitchell at the red, white, and blue logo, the capital A, going left, passes left wing. Oh, big three. Yes! Needed that. Lexi from downtown with 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's 54-49. And at halftime, the Dream are ahead of the Fever, 56-49. Kelsey to the foul line. Passes to Tosh Howard, who bobbles it, gets it near the Dream bench. Reload. Sims sends it left corner. Tosh Howard, a shot fake, a drive, and she scores off the backboard. A Tosh takeover, and it's 57-51 with 8:35 to go, third quarter. Mitchell, tight defense, pow, angling right towards the corner on the baseline. Pass, intercepted by Boston. Fever on the break, right to left. Powers, right arc, at the foul line, launches, and knocks it down. 71-68, one possession game, 1:05 to go in the third. So now Shea Petty inbounding near the Dream bench, where Carl Smesko, the head coach, stands. Tosses it into Boston, back to Petty, chest pass left wing, Mitchell jabs left, going right, passes right wing, Petty, shot fake, shot clock at 6, Petty driving, floater, off to the right, tipped in by Turner! Oh my, it's tied at 80 with 3:20 to go. Breezy coming up big late. Canada at the controls for the Dream. Passes, Howard, right wing, open for three, it's short. Boston the rebound. Fever ball, 25 seconds to go in the game. Sims, front court left. 2-second difference, shots a game clock. Fever have it down 85-84. Not calling a timeout. Steph lets him play. Kelsey, bounce pass, looking for Boston. Deflected. Mitchell gets it to Sims. 5 on the shot clock. Sims finds Boston, who scores with 7.4 to go for the lead. Timeout Atlanta. It's 86-85 Fever. 7.4 to go, and the Fever are on the cusp of advancing to the WNBA semifinals. 1.2 seconds remaining. Fever 87, Dream 85. Ryan Howard will be the inbounder for Atlanta near the Fever bench. Fever a stop away from the semifinals. Howard into Jones, shot fake, desperate one, no good! Game over, and the Fever are moving on! Final score, 87-85 in Atlanta!
That's how it sounded with John Nolan right here on The Fan. This is the post-game coverage. My name is Eddie Garrison. Let's take a look inside the box score today. Starting with the victorious Fever, Kelsey Mitchell with her second 20-point performance in the playoffs. She scores 24 points for Indiana. Odyssey Sims has 16 points, 8 assists, and 3 steals. And the Payless Liquors player of the game, get more in Payless at Payless Liquors, is Aaliyah Boston. You can give it to Kelsey Mitchell as well, but the fact that Aaliyah was the one who put, the game-winning basket and the Fever on top is the reason why she's tonight's Payless Liquors player of the game. She recorded her first career playoff double-double, 14 points and a dozen rebounds. She also had 6 assists tonight for the Indiana Fever. Natasha Howard had a dozen points and 6 rebounds. Lexi Hull with 10 points for the Fever and 2 steals, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. All 5 Fever starters were in double figures. Indiana got 11 points from its bench. Aerial Powers leading the way there with 4 points. Shea Petty had 3. Michaela Simpson and Brianna Turner each had 2. Turner, by the way, had 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 assists in the game. She was absolutely huge during the course of this series for the Indiana Fever, and especially in these last 2 wins for Indiana. And she tweeted about 10 minutes ago, the Fever did not come this far to only come this far. Shout out to our group. It truly takes a village. So Indiana, they are going to, put it all out there going forward. 41% from the field is what Indiana shot. They recorded 24 assists on their 32 made baskets, 6 of 22 for 27% on 3-pointers, 17 of 24 at the line. That is 71%. They turned the ball over 6 times today. and they were out-rebounded by 5, but it did not matter because Indiana outshot the Dream by 12, outscored them by 12 at the foul line. Atlanta 5 of 11 from the free throw line, 6 of 23, 26% from downtown, 50% from the field in general, 21 assists on their 37 made baskets. They recorded 3 steals, 4 blocks, and turned the ball over 13 times. They were led in scoring by Alicia Gray, 19 points and 12 rebounds. Jordan Canada also with the double-double, 18 points, 10 assists. Ryan Howard, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. And rounding out the double-figure scores for Atlanta, Brianna Jones, 12 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. Naz Hillman was a point away from a double-double. She was 10 seconds shy of playing all 40 minutes, 9 points and 10 rebounds. So that wraps up pretty much this game. The other game going on right now, 33-26 at halftime between the Las Vegas Aces and the Seattle Storm. Aces out in front by 7, and they just held Seattle to 7 points in that second quarter. Asia Wilson is the only player in double figures. She has 13 points, and she's on her way to a double-double. She's got 5 boards for Las Vegas. Jackie Young with 9 points for the Aces. On Seattle side of things right now, intermission, former Fever point guard Erica Wheeler is their leading scorer. She's got 7, and Skylar Diggins, who was fantastic in game 2 with 26 points, she's got 5. Nneka Ogwumike, who had 24 and 10, in game number 2, has 2 points, 3 boards, and has missed all 4 shots. So that game airing on ESPN2. If you would like to watch it to figure out who the Fever will be playing on Sunday, when it will be at 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Coverage will be on 93 WIBC. And, of course, Thursday night football going on right now, the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They are tied at 21. Buffalo and Miami. Dolphins looking for their first win. Buffalo would be losing for the first time this year in their first regular season, a home loss since 2023. They went perfect at home last year. They are 1-0 so far this year in Orchard Park. Final score tonight, Indiana 87, Atlanta 85. The Fever season continues. We'll talk to you on Sunday on 93 WIBC. My name's Eddie Garrison saying thank you for tuning in to Fever coverage. Next up, Inside IU Football with Don Fisher and Kurt Signetti right here on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
It's BullseyeEventGroup.com, the Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. Your Colts game day experience the best it can be. Log on and get your passes now. BullseyeEventGroup.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. Choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more at the grand opening of the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com.
Cover me! Hey everyone, it's Jake from Payless Liquors. Charlie said sell it, so stop by one of our 26 family-owned locations and stock up with these great deals. Crown Royal Fist for $24.99, Canadian Club half gallons for $14.99, Benchmark liters for $14.49, and Fireball trick-or-treat bags for $12.99. Get Yellowtail 1.5 liters for $10.99, Ron Rico half gallons for $10.99, Miller High Life 12 packs for $9.99, and Vibe Wine cocktails for just $3.29. Why pay more when you can pay less here at Payless Liquors?
Did you know up to 50% of outdoor water use is wasted? And did you know that there are things you can do to help change that? Indiana American Water suggests that you water early or late in the day to reduce evaporation. Also, be sure to fix any leaks and skip watering when rain is in the forecast. Consider rain barrels, mulch your garden, and use drip irrigation for your plants. Be water wise. Conserve today, sustain tomorrow. Find more conservation tips at Indiana American Water's Wise Water Use Resources at IndianaAMWater.com.
Radio 1 is seeking a general sales manager to lead our sales operations in Indianapolis. The ideal candidate will bring a strong track record in sales leadership, team development, and revenue generation across both traditional media and digital platforms. This role requires a bachelor's degree and 2 to 4 years related experience and/or training or equivalent combination. To view the full job listing and apply, go to urban1.com/careers. Applicants are subject to a background check. Radio 1 is an equal opportunity employer.
chase. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Indiana. On the Neil Tire and Auto Service Radio Network. From Learfield, you're listening to Inside IU Football all over Hoosier Country. To the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana. Holy cow, what a play. Now, here's the voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher.
17th ranked Indiana completed its non-conference portion of the football season last Friday night with a complete domination of the Indiana State Sycamores. They won it 73-0. The highlights included quarterback Fernando Mendoza completing 19 of his 20 passes for 270 yards and 5 touchdowns, while wide receiver Omar Cooper made 10 catches for 4 touchdowns and was named Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. And on defense, IU was just as dominant, holding Indiana State to just 77 total yards of offense, and that victory pushed the Hoosiers' record to 3-0 as they ready for the Big Ten portion of the schedule and a marquee matchup this Saturday night with the 8th-ranked Fighting Illini of Illinois invading Memorial Stadium for a nationally televised battle on NBC. Good evening, everybody. I'm Don Fisher, and this is Inside IU Football with Kurt Signetti. Tonight's show brought to you by Merchants Bank, where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Visit hoponover.com. In addition to Coach Signetti this evening, during the final half hour of the show, we'll be joined by Special Teams Coordinator Grant Kane, who is in his 7th season as part of Coach Signetti's staff. And a reminder that in addition to listening through our radio affiliates around the state, you can also join us to see and listen to this show online by going to iuhoosiers.com/Inside IU Football. Stay with us. We'll take a short break. When we come back, head coach Kurt Signetti will join us for Inside IU Football from Learfield.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Build Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Merchants Bank is a unique bank and has a proven track record as one of the nation's top-performing banks. As rates move up and down, our rates are always at the top. At Merchants Bank, what you see is what you get. A great rate. Earn 4.25 APY on all money market balances. No gimmicks or hidden fees. Hop on over to where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Merchants Bank, an official partner of Indiana University Athletics. Member FDIC. HopOnOver.com.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Get back to doing what you love with the right support close to home. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine will help you get back to doing the things you love. Whether it's knee pain or a broken bone, you can schedule a consultation or visit our walk-in clinic for urgent needs. IU Health gives you more options for highly skilled care when, where, and how you need it, including right now. Call 812-333-BONE or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Hey Hoosier fans, this is your head coach, Kurt Signetti. You want fast? I build fast. I coach fast. I live fast. That's why I've got Smithfield Home. Fiber internet that actually keeps up. Fast, reliable, local. If you're still waiting on a load screen, you're already beat. Want to know who's run the playbook on the internet around here? Google them. Smithfield. Indiana born, relentlessly fast.
Welcome back to Inside IU Football, presented by Merchants Bank, where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Visit hoponover.com and check out the great menu here at Hoosier Hanks, including pizzas, smash burgers, wings, and their mouth-watering sliders. They also have big screen TVs, a private party room, beer, wine, and 10 cocktails for under $10. Hoosier Hanks, located at 1285 South College Mall Road in front of Kroger, and at HoosierHanks.com. Well, Coach Cignetti, obviously a big win on Saturday over Indiana State, 73-0, and I'm sure that in many respects you really like what you saw from your football team. But tell us a little bit about your thoughts after watching the film on the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think we went out there and did what we had to do and we're supposed to do. What I liked the most about it was I thought we had the mental intensity and urgency from the first play to the last play and played like every play was nothing, game on the line, and not to the circumstances of the game, which is what we were looking for as a staff. And I thought we really progressed well in that regard. And, we took care of business, which we're supposed to do against, a team like that. They threw some curveballs at us early in the game, had us off balance a few times with some blitzes, but the defense didn't give up first down till 4 minutes ago in the second quarter. And, the offense was rolling, and wasn't pleased with a couple penalties there early. We had a penalty on a punt return and a penalty on a punt block. Then we stopped a fake punt the next play. But, we emptied the bench, played a lot of guys, and it's in the past.
Coach, there's no question it is in the past. You did lose a player in that ball game, Lee Beebe, who I think was playing quite well for you.
Yeah, he was doing a nice job running. Silver lining there is he'll get an extra year, so he'll have 2 years of eligibility remaining. He'll have surgery here in a couple weeks. Non-contact knee injury. Feel bad for him, but it's part of the game. Injuries happen, and you got to move on.
How do players sometimes have to deal with that? Does it affect players differently depending on the injury?
Yeah, I'm sure it does. We've got a lot of support, in a program like ours in all the different areas for our student athletes. So he's got a lot of support, whether it be mental, medical, or, emotional support, all different academic support. He's a great kid, terrific kid. He's got great work ethic. He has a great attitude about it. And I'm sure he'll come back strong.
Coach, talk a little bit about Fernando Mendoza in this ball game. He had terrific numbers, obviously, 19 of 20 from a completion percentage. I think the highest completion rate ever for an Indiana quarterback. But so many other things he did pretty well in this ball game, and I know there were a couple things you didn't like all that much.
Yeah, he, I think he's really made nice progress since the season started, and really like where he, is at heading in this next game. And he only played a half. Made some nice plays. He's made some nice throws. He's improved in the areas that we thought were important for him to make progress in. And, he's had a good week of practice heading into this game.
You had a player get Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week at Omar Cooper. Talk about a little bit about Omar. He's just been a solid performer for your ball club for the last couple of years.
Yeah, a lot of talent. Yeah, really liked Coop a lot. Explosive, made some big plays for us last year. Was just looking for a little bit more play in, play out, day in, day out consistency from him. Guys have to be sort of dependable, when you plan throughout the week and you want to get a guy the ball, you got to know that, he's going to be out there. And, there were a couple of times near the end of the year where, he went out for a few plays with an injury here or there, and I'd maybe be on the sideline. Where's Cooper? Because we'd called his number. But, we've moved him into the slot, and he's had a number of opportunities. The two guys that played the slot last year, Keyshawn Williams and Miles Price, are both Price is on the active roster with the Vikings, and Keyshawn's on the practice squad with the Steelers. Mm. So, those were two big losses, and that was a hole. And we kind of gave everybody an opportunity to play slot in the spring. And liked what he did. And now I think he's really taken to it because he's getting more opportunities. You know, when you play outside at left or right is what we call them. We're not X and Z anymore. We're left and right. You know, there's 50-50 chance you're getting the ball if the ball goes outside. But when that ball goes into the slot, you're getting all of them. And I think as he's gotten more balls, you've seen sort of his whole, you know, performance sort of develop momentum, positive momentum, and confidence. And he was really great in space. They couldn't tackle him, couldn't run with him. He was a mismatch for them. So he's had a good week of practice, and, you know, I really like the way he's progressing.
Coach, talk a little bit about the offensive line in this ball game. They were dominant.
Yeah. And our line's been good pretty much for the most part all year. Had a couple busts down on the goal line against ODU early, first series. But, you know, we've rushed for over 300 yards a game every game. And I don't think we've given up a sack yet, which is to the line's credit, but also the quarterback's credit because he's mobile. But, you know, we're going to be playing better people now, too. But, you know, I've said all along, I like our line. I like the potential of our line. You know, Bob makes them tough. And I'm looking for a big game from the line this week against what I think is a really good defensive front from Illinois.
Obviously, when you look at your football team defensively at this point, are you pretty pleased with what you've seen?
Well, I thought we made the steps the last game we needed to make. You know, I think we played good against ODU. You take out the first play, which was, you know, I mean, as it turns out, ODU turned out to be a pretty decent team. I mean, they spanked Virginia Tech really bad enough that they fired their coach. But, you know,
tough way to go, losing one.
Yeah, the quarterback can fly, and they got some things you don't see every day, and they got us the first play. It was a hard read for the linebacker. And then they got us the last play of the game on just a missed assignment. Other than that, the defense completely stoned them. And, you know, Kennesaw, no first downs the first 4 series and 1 first down the last 4 series. But there were 4 drives there that I wasn't real pleased when they were going with tempo and some junk ball formations, and we were late getting lined up. And I didn't like what I was seeing, particularly in the back end, but we had some misfits, too, at linebacker and missed tackles. So I thought we played with more urgency. We got a line. We were in stances. You know, we're on the right track, and we're going to need a big game from our defense this week.
All right, we're going to come back. We're going to talk more with the coach here about this upcoming matchup with the Fighting Illini of Illinois right after these messages on Inside IU Football with Kurt Cignetti from Learfield.
Attention IU fans, we partnered with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance to gift 2 lucky winners a VIP football game experience at either the Illinois or Purdue away game this season. Prizes can include a VIP experience, 2 tickets, hospitality passes, parking, and hotel accommodations. Want a chance to be at home or on the road with the Hoosiers? Be sure to enter online at IUHomeAndAway.com.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz trial lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com. No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Hey Hoosier fans, this is your head coach, Kurt Cignetti. You want fast? I build fast. I coach fast. I live fast. That's why I've got Smith Build Home. Fiber internet that actually keeps up. Fast, reliable, local. If you're still waiting on a load screen, you're already beat. Want to know who's running the playbook on the internet around here? Google them. Smithfield, Indiana born, relentlessly fast.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Welcome back to Inside IU Football with Curt Cignetti. We're with you until 8 o'clock here this evening. Of course, we're here at Hoosier Hanks. And, of course, it's brought to you by Merchants Bank, where your money is safe. Merchants is one of the nation's top-performing banks and an official partner of Indiana University Athletics. Merchants, where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Member FDIC. Visit hoponover.com. Well, Coach Cignetti, there are 2 more things before we get to Illinois that I forgot to ask about. One was Kobe Martin, who obviously is a freshman who saw some playing time last year, I think, in 4 ball games, and then you redshirted him. And obviously he played in this ball game against Indiana State, and I think he's been in another game or 2 in a mop-up situation. But your thoughts on Kobe Martin as a redshirt freshman?
Well, sometimes you don't really know about a guy until he gets an opportunity. Because you might see him practice every day in a certain role. Guy runs 3rd and 4th team. I'm sure that, at times guys wonder, when am I ever going to get a shot? And then, lo and behold, we have a guy go down, and now Kobe Martin's in the game as a 3rd running back and ran well. I mean, we all saw that. And, I thought, he's 210 pounds. He's got a good center of gravity when he runs, and he's going to play a more prominent role now, and the offense is going to be called to. And I think he got off to a good start.
Coach, talk a little bit about Alberto Mendoza, because we've seen him in these ball games here in the early part of the season. He's the backup quarterback to his brother Fernando.
Right.
And what are your thoughts on him?
I would say very much the same thing as I just said about Kobe Martin. Alberto's running with the 2s in spring ball, and he's running with the 2s in fall camp. And the 2 offensive line is rather young for us. But our 2 defensive line is sort of a veteran unit. So when it comes to pass protection, and then when you factor in everything Bryant does on defense from a blitz standpoint, Alberto's under duress quite a bit when he goes in practice or in the scrimmages. So, in fact, I'd made that comment a couple times at the beginning of the year to the offensive coaches that, the lack of protection really has affected his development. When you put the practice tapes together and sequence good, bad, and ugly, there's just not a lot of time for him to throw a football. So now he gets into games and he has a chance to run with the 1 offensive line, which I think is important for the backup quarterback to have that opportunity. And you see him putting the ball right where it needs to be, throwing the ball on rhythm. He's a smart guy. He's like his brother. They're a little bit different, in terms of size and all that good stuff. But Alberto's he's a quick thinker. And he throws a very catchable ball, and he's done well in the games he's been in.
All right, Coach, it's time to get down to Illinois a little bit. This is a football team that's ranked 8th in the country now. Just a thought or 2, first of all, about their offense.
Well, in general about their team. They're a veteran team. And they had a good year last year. They finished 10-3. I think they won their last 4 or 5 games. And so they got a lot of guys returning that kind of know how to win. And then they've added some new pieces, kind of like us. Their quarterback is a veteran as well, and he's got good arm talent. The offensive line's big and a lot of starts under their belt. Some of the receivers are new. They lost their top 2 receivers. and as well as the running back. But, they're scoring a lot of points. Defensively, some new defensive linemen on the inside, and everybody else is pretty much back for the most part from last year. And they do a nice job on defense. They don't give up many points, and their special teams are very good. So they're ranked extremely high in the country. And I know they've had their eyes on us for a while, and we've had our eyes on them for a while too. In the off season, what have you. So it's two good teams matching up early in the year, and I'm glad it's at home.
When you look at the Illini, do they do anything different than anybody you've played thus far?
Well, everybody does something different. There's always going to be wrinkles, so to speak, but nothing crazy, I'd say.
They have a big running back, a guy that's 6'3" and 255 pounds, I think they list him at. That's a rare running back size-wise.
Yeah, that's a big guy. And the starter, I think, got hurt, and he'll return for our game. But they play multiple backs just like we do, and, the backs run hard.
Is there anything about them that you particularly have noted to your football team that's critical?
Well, Don, I can't tell you exactly what I tell our football team.
I always try, Coach. I always try to get it out of you, but I know it's not going to happen. All right. As far as this matchup is concerned, everybody's looking at it as one of the biggest games of the year. Well, it is the biggest game of the year at this point from Indiana's perspective. But at the same time, they're making this out to be one of the greatest games ever. It's going to be on NBC TV, so on and so forth. But
we ought to have a lot of games on NBC TV if we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. Me, the staff, the players, the administration, and the alumni. We should have a lot of games on national TV.
I understand. I think you should too.
Not the largest alumni base in America. We passed Penn State. President Whitten told me that.
Right. But this is a football game that everybody's marked on their calendar for a while, and it's a game that it is a big game. There's no question about it, and it's going to be the toughest game of the year for your ball club.
Up to this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying at this juncture.
So
you're going to probably have some other you're going to have some other tough ones down the road too. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
And this is the toughest stretch you're about to have as well.
Well, I'm just focused on this team here.
I understand.
I can only handle one at a time.
All right, Coach. Obviously, when you look at this Indiana football team right now, are they're as prepared as they could possibly be, are they not?
Us?
Yes.
Well, the hay's never in the barn until you kick the ball off, so to speak, and then it becomes a game of adjustments once the ball's kicked off.
Right.
So there's preparation to the very last second. There really is. We'll have meetings tomorrow and a walkthrough, and then there'll be some more meetings previous to kickoff and another walkthrough, and then coach them up on the sideline when the defense comes off the field, the offense comes off the field. Nowadays, you got the iPads where you can see the previous play, so you don't have to guess what coverage or front or who made the tackle. You get to see it, which allows you to make quicker adjustments. It's a game of continual adjustments, really, and preparation. So I like where we're at for a Thursday. I like where we're at. We got some things to clean up. Like to have seen it start a little cleaner, but I'll make an excuse for the players. It's the third day in a row that it's been really hot, and they were, But once the sun went down a little bit, and that press box, blocked the sun, and it got a little shady. Practice picked up, because the air conditioner is not here in the indoor yet. It was supposed to be here like a month and a half ago from China, and it's been delayed.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I probably would have gone in the indoor this week a little bit. But the air conditioner, which was supposed to be here before we started, isn't here yet.
Just thought I'd mention it, right?
Why not?
All right, Coach, we're going to come back here in just a couple of minutes. We'll talk a little bit more about this upcoming matchup. And, of course, I want to talk to you a little bit about Grant Kane, who's our special guest tonight, because he has done a really good job with his special teams. So we'll be back with more Inside IU Football with Curt Cignetti right after these messages.
Attention IU fans, we partnered with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance to gift 2 lucky winners a VIP football game experience at either the Illinois or Purdue away game this season. Prizes can include a VIP experience, 2 tickets, hospitality passes, parking, and hotel accommodations. Want a chance to be at home or on the road with the Hoosiers? Be sure to enter online at iuhomeandaway.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hey Hoosiers, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Indiana t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Indiana in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott. It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falken tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit NeilTire.com to schedule an appointment and to find a location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Merchants Bank is a unique bank and has a proven track record as one of the nation's top performing banks. As rates move up and down, our rates are always at the top. At Merchants Bank, what you see is what you get. A great rate. Earn 4.25 APY on all money market balances. No gimmicks or hidden fees. Hop on over to where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Merchants Bank, an official partner of Indiana University Athletics. Member FDIC. HopOnOver.com.
Hey Hoosier fans, this is your head coach, Curt Cignetti. I'm here to win. Everything I do is built for that. From the weight room to the Wi-Fi at home, it's got to perform. Smithville is my internet provider. Fiber fast, rock solid. Just like a championship team. They're built right here in Indiana. Still wondering if they're the real deal? Google them. Smithville, built to win, just like us.
Welcome back to Inside IU Football, presented by Merchants Bank, where your money is safe, secure, and earning more. Visit hoponover.com. And a reminder once again to stop here at the great Hoosier Hanks restaurant here in Bloomington, including they have smash pizza, smash burgers, wings, and their mouth-watering sliders. They also have big screen TVs, a private party room, beer, wine, and 10 cocktails for under $10. Hoosier Hanks located at 1285 South College Mall Road in front of Kroger and at HoosierHanks.com. Coach, I forgot to do this last week, but we're going to get a little a play of the game out of the way tonight. It's presented by Alumni Hall, and it's time for that play of the game presented by Alumni Hall on Kirkwood, proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Alumni Hall is your Hoosier headquarters with the best gear for game day and every day. And that play of the week this week for Indiana is a pass play from Alberto Mendoza of 58 yards to Omar Cooper that took place late early in the third quarter, I should say. And Alberto obviously had a really good ball game, coach, a couple of passing touchdowns in this ball game.
Yeah, Fernando played a half, and we started Alberto the second half. And he likes those RPOs, and that was an RPO to the field slot, Cooper. And he fitted in the window, and Cooper outran him for a touchdown. And, it was a big play, but Alberto really has a good feel for those things.
All right. Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit about your special teams this year. It's been pretty special in that context. I think you've been pretty pleased with Grant Kane, the special teams coordinator and tight ends coach.
Well, I'm always pleased with Grant Kane. That's why we've been together so long.
Tell us a little bit.
Grant might be able to think of a time or two where we weren't so pleased, but I doubt that.
Well, tell us a little bit about he and what he's been able to do.
You know what? Grant is a really good football coach. He's coached on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, and he's at this level. Special teams is so important at any level, really. And he's got a good staff underneath of him, and I get a lot of compliments about our special teams. And I think we were second in the country last year in production. Which isn't bad, right? Second in the country.
Second in the country? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. And we've done a lot of good things this year, too. Obviously we talked about the penalties last week, but that's more of a individual player thing, So we're going to have a challenge this Saturday. Illinois got good special teams, very impressed with their kickers and their specialists and their scheme. And their guys give good effort, so it'll be a good challenge for us.
How many of your coaches, like your coordinators, you've got 3 coordinators, all 3 of those guys teach a position as well as that being a coordinator of that particular side of the ball?
Oh, yeah. And, just about every position coach we have is involved in special teams, too. So, with the exception of maybe the quarterback coach, because even Bob's involved with PAT field goal. So like Grant and Ryan McInerney, and he's got some student helpers too. They've done their off-season scouting and preliminary game plan, and then you get in season, and the tape comes in week to week, and he's formulating the plan. He's in and out of the offensive meetings and back in with his staff, and then Tuesday morning, the first thing we'll do in the staff meeting is we'll watch punt return together with Grant as a staff. The whole staff. We won't watch every play, maybe. He'll make a cut up, because once you get to game 9, there could be 38 plays.
Right.
Punt.
Right.
But, and what the plan is and what the personnel looks like for that week, and then punt return. And then on Wednesday, it's kickoff return, PAT field goal. And on Thursday, it's hands and obvious onside. So, and then Grant and I communicate quite a bit, really, during the game, especially on punt return. Punt, I don't get too involved other than whether we want to go for the block or not. Him and I will communicate on that. There's not a whole lot going on the kicking game anymore. We kick all the kickoffs out of the end zone, and all our opponents do too on kickoff. But so he's got a really important job. He does a great job, and he's a great person.
Well, Kurt, obviously, we wish you nothing but the best this weekend. You're playing a good football team in Illinois, and I think there's no question Indiana will win. Rich Cignetti, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll be back in a moment with our special guest tonight, the special teams coordinator for this Indiana football team. He also coaches tight ends when we return on Inside IU Football with Kurt Cignetti from Learfield.
Hey Hoosier fans, this is your head coach, Kurt Cignetti. I'm here to win. Everything I do is built for that. From the weight room to the Wi-Fi at home, it's got to perform. Smithville is my internet provider. Fiber fast, rock solid. Just like a championship team. They're built right here in Indiana. Still wondering if they're the real deal? Google them. Smithville, built to win, just like us.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Mosi, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz trial lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the number one selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make a day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Hoosier fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. At IU, we know what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We stand together for passion, for pride, for purpose. And today, we stand for the gift of life. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Say yes to organ donation and bring on tomorrow.
Welcome back to Inside IU Football with Curt Cignetti. We have planned to have the coach with us throughout the night, or throughout the season, I should say, on Thursday nights. But we do have one more Wednesday night. I'll just remind everybody that the last week of the season, even the last week prior to the Purdue ball game, we have a bye week leading up to that week. So we will not have a show on the week of Thanksgiving, because that's when that game would be played, simply because of Thanksgiving, the short week, obviously the holiday, and so on and so forth. So we moved this show to Wednesday night, that week before the final football game of the season. So at any rate, that's the one more Wednesday night we will have. The rest of the shows are all on Thursday night, just like this one. And our special guest tonight is for Inside IU Football is Grant Kane, the special teams coordinator for Indiana football. And Grant, just based on what we've seen this year and last year, you do a remarkable job with this program as far as special teams are concerned. And I'd just like you to talk a little bit about the role that you have in that regard and the number of things that you have to deal with as a special teams coordinator, because it's combining a lot of different areas of the football team.
Yeah, well, it starts with the word coordinator. It's just you're coordinating 44 starters, 4 different core units, and then PAT, field goal block, just trying to stay on top of all the players, the organization of it, and then setting the game plan, executing the game plan, setting the temperature, the mindset, and the attitude of what we're trying to get accomplished and what's going to show up on tape. And we've been good because we've got good players, and we try to put them in great positions to make plays. And it all starts right there. And then outside of that coordination, it's just being as good a teacher as you can be and helping these guys learn the game, make smart decisions when the game's going fast so that they can play fast, physical, and relentless.
You have a lot of help from the other coaches on the staff. I think Coach Cignetti said that all the coaches help a little bit with their particular departments in regard to special teams. Tell us a little bit about what each one of those guys might be doing in that context.
So almost every player on a special teams play has a coach. Like, we have enough coaches on staff to get that done. So the right tackle on the punt team has a coach. The right guard, the left jammer on the punt return team, the hold-up guy. So there's eyes on everybody at all time, which equates to accountability. And we're able to just hold these guys accountable every single thing they do, and also celebrate their small victories every single day in practice, so they know they're being watched and pushed and coached and taught exactly what to do. But me and my staff will put Coach McInerney and Coach Miller will put the plan together, and then we'll tell the coaches what's going on, and they'll ask their questions, and then they pass it on to the players. And we obviously meet as a special teams group every single day. We start the day with a special teams meeting. It's 15 to 25 minutes. We teach all the players what's going on, and then, like I said, when they get on the field, they have a coach right next to them.
So tell me this, from a kicker and a punter standpoint, because those guys are really specialized for their positions. So who teaches those guys? Do you teach punting and kicking and field goals and kickoffs and the whole thing?
Yeah, Ryan McInerney, who works closely with me, he was here before we got here and does a great job, has a great relationship with those guys, and they watch a lot of tape together. I will pop in and watch tape with him after games, but during the week he's watching tape with them of film off the iPad. We have about 3 different cameras on those guys when they're kicking and punting, because kickoff, punt, that's a violent leg swing, and you can't just do that 100 times. It's like going to the driving range, right? You can hit a bunch of balls, but if nobody's videotaping you and breaking down your swing, right, are you really making any progress? And so
I know about that.
Those,
no progress on the golf course.
Yeah, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. FBO game. And that's he does a lot of that with those guys, and those guys are already watching the tape as well, and they know things. They've been kicking long enough. They really are dedicated to their craft, so they're constantly looking to improve and tweak their technique.
You don't let these guys just kick all during practice, because that would wear them out, correct?
No, like Frankie, for instance, our kickoff guy. He kicked off 7 times in the first half last week, so he's practiced 1 day this week kicking off, and it's 2 kickoffs. A lot of technique stuff during the week, a lot of dry runs, a lot of mental stuff, stretching, body recovery. But yeah, you can't. It's like pitchers in baseball. Right. You can't do it every day.
Then you've got long snappers and holders that you've got to coach as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of special people, and they come with their special problems, but they're great kids, and like I said, they're all dedicated to their craft, and that's one thing in recruiting I definitely look for is guys that are just. They're fully committed. Like, this is what they do and almost who they are. Is they want to be a long snapper. Like Mark Langston, he shows up every morning. You know, he beats everybody in. He's got a cup of coffee in his hand, a bag of balls, and he's ready to go to work. And he's the first one on the field and the last one off. And he's always looking for ways to get better. He's going to camps over the summer. He's training with NFL long snappers. He's just looking for that edge in everything he does. And so is Nico and Mitch McCarthy and Quinn Warren, and all those guys are looking for those things. And it just kind of it gets contagious.
When you talk about Langston and how he practices and what he does in that regard, these guys can do special things with that football when they snap it back. I mean, they know exactly where that ball should be. Do they get really negative when they don't do it quite the way they think they should, or how do they?
Yes, and they get negative with us because we grade everything they do. So it's a short snap, for instance, which is 8 yards. We want the laces in a certain spot every single time, and if they're not there, you're getting dinged for it. And what can affect that? The holder's hand being 6 inches in front of where it usually is. So sometimes it's the holder's fault. But so we have those discussions, and it's interesting, you know.
And you've got, as a holder, you've got to learn how to catch that thing and put it down where it's supposed to go, correct?
Right. And both our holders do a great job. And Mitch, our punter, McCarthy, he does a fantastic job holding. And your kicker, really relies on that guy, and there's got to be a trust level there. It really makes an impact. I had a kicker one time that was about 70%. With one holder, we changed holders, and he went to 98%, the next season. So it's incredible how much difference a great holder would make.
All right. You had a couple penalties this past week on special team.
Yep.
I've
heard about those.
Coach Cignetti talks about them a little bit. But what constitutes the mistakes, those kinds of mistakes? What happens?
Yeah, we were offsides on punt block. Clay Connor, he knows who he is, and
freshman.
But he spent all week studying the long snapper. He had that cadence down. He was being aggressive, and but you got to be disciplined, and you got to watch the ball. And so it can't happen. It can't happen in that situation. Now the football gods are smiling on us because the next play they tried to fake the punt, and Daly crushed the punter. And we actually gained yards in that situation and got the ball, I think, around the plus 35.
Right. What happened on the other one? That was Charlie Becker.
Yeah, Charlie. Charlie got a little too aggressive with his hands and started to fall down and pulled him right on top of him. And Charlie's been hearing about that all.
Now, Grant, in addition to coaching special teams, you also coach tight ends.
Yes.
Tell us about that room a little bit.
Great room. Got 3 seniors and 2 freshmen. So it is 3 mentors and 2 young guys that don't know what they don't know. And they're learning, though, from 3 really great kids, and Riley Nowakowski, James Bomba, and Holden Stays. These guys are pros. They go about their work every single day. They don't complain. They come in every day, and they're like, what are 2 or 3 things I can improve on, Coach? I had one of them come by my office today. Like, what more can I do to just keep improving and keep earning trust and keep building? They want to have such a big role in everything that we do, and they're getting those opportunities on a daily basis. And we trust them in a lot of different situations, and they're asked to do a lot of different things, and they've done a great job so far.
Rodney Nowakowski has been given credit for being a lot like Zach Horton was at James Madison and here at Indiana last year. What makes them so similar in the context of how they go about their business?
I think it starts with the mindset. I mean, there's just almost like a defensive player. There's a relentlessness to them. They're intense. They love physical contact. They take pride in their blocking and playing with good pad level, and they're versatile. You know, you can hand the ball off to them. You can get them out on a route. You can ask them to block a defensive end or ask them to block a corner. It's not going to matter. They're up for the challenge, and they have the ability to do it.
All right, one other thing that assistant coaches have to do is recruit. And do you have an area or the specific schools that you go to on a consistent basis?
Right. My areas consist of from here to southern Indiana, and then I go to Georgia and do a lot of recruiting because that's where I grew up and spent 20 years recruiting that area. And then, you know, these days it's a lot of positional recruiting. I'm flying around the country seeing different tight ends working out and seeing other specialists kick, things like that. So it's a little bit of positional and area.
Are you when you go out to recruit a kid, what do you look for first of all? What's the primary thing you look for in, let's say, a kicker?
Right, a kicker. When I see a kicker kick live, obviously you're looking for the talent, right? Does he have the leg strength? Does he have the consistency? What's his ball flight like? But you're also seeing how he's interacting while I'm watching him. Is he getting frustrated? Is he getting angry? Is he yelling at his dad or his coach? What's this kid going to be like when he's in our program and in our room? Because the vibe of that room, I want it to be super positive, super uplifting, because it's a hard job what they have. Like the mental stress that goes into that can sometimes be the biggest challenge. So if you don't have a group of guys that support one another, I feel like, you know, one bad apple can ruin the bunch in that room. And so we're looking at the total holistic picture right there when it comes to a kicker. And they got to be up for a big kick in a big time moment.
Right.
That's all that matters with those guys. Like Nico, like the bigger the moment, the bigger the challenge, the more in tune and locked in that dude is. Like he's just wanting to do that. Practice is cool, but he wants to kick in games.
Somebody told me that he has kicked 55, 56 yarders in practice. Is that right?
Yeah, Nico's got a great leg, and you know, Coach likes to go for it. And